Hey Marie, hello, Jonah Bark, how you doing? Okay. All right, I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. Hey Chunky. Hey Mama. You gonna come say hi? What? You still singing your song? Into the thick of it? Into the thick of it? Yeah, me and my doing cosmic chat. We're teaching tonight. Say hi. Say hi. You gonna say hi? Yeah. You'll sing your song? Say into the thick of it. Good girl. Into the thick of it. Your spirit speaking. Everybody just speak. No, me, I got them set up a certain way. I got to teach about the cards. Yeah. Those are the people. Yeah. We're not reading them tonight. We're just talking about them. Well, not till later. Oh, look at your nose. Gimme. You got the boogeyman. You can't let them live there. Tell them get out. It's your nose. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Okay. Mommy gonna clean it. You know, I'm sending you to mommy. Give me sugar. Okay.
And he said, well, it's like he made this decision with Howard because he said, because it's a holiday, and he was like, he wants to make sure you're going to be close.
Right.
He'll go with me Tuesday.
He said, oh, to the bank? All right. Okay.
Is it snack?
Yeah, you can have it. I can grab another one. There's wipes right there, too. So, hello, everybody. I'm going to see if anybody else pops into the chat. The topic today is about tarot. I have the cards all separated.
Say bye-bye.
Bye. I love you. I love you. It's me and you tomorrow, Mama.
Yeah, I'll go in at 7.
Into the thick of it.
I don't know what time stuff goes in.
She just singing. I had the schedule on my phone if I want to look.
Okay.
Probably in the morning. I love you. Yeah. You saw Grandpa?
Yeah.
How Granddaddy doing? Granddaddy doing good? Did you smell him? He smells so good. He do. You waving me, Mom? I love you.
We tried to we like goodbye to Granddaddy, but she was like, "We're too busy watching TV anymore."
You was watching TV again?
Yeah, because it had commercial. It was gonna go on commercials, so it kept changing.
Yeah.
She was like, oh.
Yeah, like I said, that's why Sesame Street runs the way it runs. They run all those smaller clips. It helps them focus. They can't pay attention to the long.
Yeah, shows.
I love you.
You been snacking all day, me mom. I mean, you gonna eat it for me.
Okay. All right. That was my grand princess. She is absolutely brilliant. Like I said, one day you're going to turn the camera on and she's just going to be sitting here. You're going to get a notification and she's going to be sitting here reading tarot cards. And y'all better donate. All right. I do want to pull up. Hold on. Okay. Let me pull it closer. All right. Pull up the laptop because I do want to, before we even get into the cards. I know it's just been a while since I've... Good, Joan of Arc, then you're here at the right time. I thought my other person, I have a person that, who is it? Kevin, right? Marie, God knows. Lord, if Kevin don't pop into this chat, because he is constantly bothering me. You teach me tarot, MissNJoy. I'll be like, what in the world? Who? Why? It's just some people. Okay. So before we get into the actual cards, I want to... I'm connected. Connect me. Are we filling up any? No, just us. That's okay. People can watch the playback. I'm going to teach the lesson I'm here to teach anyway. So thank you everybody who is here and everybody who checks in into the future. Um, why does it keep it keeps changing my search engine? That is thoroughly stressful. I don't understand. Okay. My lips are naked. I guess we'll use Wikipedia. I forget where I read. Actually, I read it in a one of my instructional books, which I don't have either of them here with me. Um, by Raymond Buckland. I believe I read about the history of tarot in the Witches Dictionary. Um, no, I'm sorry, encyclopedia. I believe that's where I first read about the history of tarot. So let's get into. I'm going to use, and I have my books are still at my old house, so I've still got to go get those. It's been hot. I have not been trying to be dealing with that heat. Okay, I put something on my. There goes my eye. I put something on my lips as we look into this. Okay, so first known as Trifoni, and later as Taroshi and or Tarak. Trifoni spelled Tronfi. Then as Taroshi, Tarocchi or Tarak, Tarock, is a pack of playing cards. Originated in the mid 15th century in various parts of Europe to play games such as Italian tarocchini, French tarot, Austrian, thank God I took German, Königrufen, many of which are still played today in the 18th century and still played today. Okay, period. In the late 18th century, some tarot decks began to be used for divination via tarot card reading and cartomancy, leading to custom decks developed for such occult and divination purposes. Like, like the common playing cards, tarot has four suits, which vary by region. French suits in northern region, Latin suits in southern Europe, and German suits in central Europe. Each suit has 14 cards, 10, 10 pip cards, numbering from 1 or ace to 10, and 4 face cards, king, queen, knight, um, jack, or page, which we say knight. We here, I was going to get into that separately, but we have king, queen, knight, and page. Okay, in most decks that I've seen, everybody may word them a little differently. They may say prince or princesses, or think princes or princesses, or things of that nature. But basically, that's what they break down to. Um, okay, and they go from ace to 10, and then four face cards, like you said, right. And in addition, the tarot has a separate 21 card trump suit and a single card known as the Fool. Okay, because technically the Fool, as you see here, is 0. So your major arcana consists of, and then it goes to 1 to 20. So your major arcana is technically 21 cards. You will run across other decks. I'll talk about this one. And actually, I have two. So I'll pull them out when I talk about that. And you'll have other decks that have bonus cards, depending on the author and things that they just simply choose to add. I actually have 3 decks here that have bonus cards. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Um, the Fool may act as the top trump or may be played to avoid the following suit. Okay, whatever that means. All right. Tarot cards are still used throughout much of Europe to play conventional card games without occult associations. See, that I did not know. Ah. Among English-speaking countries where the games are not played frequently, tarot cards are used primarily for novelty and divination purposes, usually using special design packs. Some who use tarot for cartomancy believe that the cards have esoteric links to the ancient Egypt, the Kabbalah, the Indian Tantra, or the I Ching, the Ching, um, Asian, the Qing. Through scholarly research, has not been documented evidence of such origins or uses of tarot for divinations before the 18th century. Okay, history. Playing cards first entered Europe in the 14th century, most likely from Mamluk, Egypt. The first cards date back to 1367 in Bern, and they appear to have spread very rapidly across the whole of Egypt, as may be seen from the records, mainly of card games that were eventually banned. Little is known about the appearance of and number of these cards. Only significant information being provided by texts of John Reinfelden cards. The courts usually being the king. Okay, the courts usually being the king, and although dames and queens were already known by then. Okay, so you had kings and queens, and basically like a joker card. One early pattern of playing cards that evolved with one of the suits was the batons, the clubs, the coins, the batons or clubs, which is wands, coins, swords, and cups. These suits are still used in traditional Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese playing card decks, but have also been adapted into packs specifically used for tarot and divination cards that first appeared in the late 18th century. The first documented tarot packs were recorded between 1440 and 1450 in Milan, Ferrara, Florence, and Bologna, when additional trump cards with allegoric illustrations were added to the common four-suit pack. These decks were called carte de trofone, trump cards, and the original cards known simply as trofone, which became trumps in English. The earliest documentation of trofone is found it's found in a written statement in the court records in Florence in 1440 regarding the transfer of 2 decks to Sigismondo Pandolfo Maestra. So basically, at first, there were no major arcana. Tarot was just done with the wands, the cups, the coins, and the swords. And then eventually, the major arcana was added, is basically what that was just saying. And in a court case of some kind, the first documented legal mention of the full version of tarot decks, something similar that we know of today, was in 1440. The oldest surviving tarot cards are the 15 Visconti Sforza tarot decks, painted in the mid-15th century for the rulers of Duchy of Milan. A lost tarot card pack was commissioned. A lost tarot-like pack was commissioned by Duke, is that an I? Filippo Maria Visconti, and described by Marciana de Torna, probably between 1418 and 1425. Since the painter mentions Michele de Bosozo, returned to Milan in 1418, while Marciano himself died in 1425. He described a 60-card deck with 16 cards having images of the Roman gods and suits depicting four kinds of birds. The 16 cards were regarded as trump since in 1449, Jacopo Antonio Marcello recalled that the now deceased Duke had intervened a novum quodam et exquisitum triforum genus, or a new and exquisite kind of trumps. Other early decks that also showcased classic motifs included the Sola Buscia and the Biardo Viti decks of the 1490s. In Florence, an expanded deck called Mishanti was used. This deck of 97 cards includes astrological symbols and the four elements, as well as traditional tarot motifs. Although a Dominican preacher inveighed against the evil inherent cards, chiefly owing to their use in gambling, in a sermon in the 15th century, no routine condemnations of tarot were found during early history. Because the earliest tarot cards were hand painted, I'm not going to imagine that was powerful. To have a hand painted tarot card deck, that had to be some powerful energies. I would love to have a hand painted tarot card deck, or even a hand drawn tarot card deck. That would have to be that's just amazing. Okay, moving forward. Because the earliest tarot card decks were hand painted, the number of decks produced is thought to have been small. No shit. It was only after the intervention of the printing press that mass production of cards became possible. So that's why we were rare back in the day. A tarot card reader, we common now, we everywhere. But back in the day, so I assume that's why it was rare, because just the production of a deck before traditional printing and printing presses was something that had to be done by hand. No shit, you gonna paint me. Okay. All right. The expansion of tarot outside of Italy, first to France and Switzerland, occurred during the Italian Wars. The most important tarot pattern used in these two countries was the tarot of Missn, or of Milanese origin. The original The earliest evidence of tarot card deck used for cartomancy comes from an anonymous manuscript around 1750, which documents rudimentary divination meanings for the cards. Spirit, what are you doing? Thank you. You're right. Excuse me. Where was I? Tarocco Milanese were the original cards that were used for divination purposes. The popularization of esoteric tarot started with Antoine Court and Jean-Baptiste Aliente in Paris during the 1780s, using the Tarot of Marseille. French tarot players abandoned the Marseille tarot in favor of the Tarot Nouveau around 1900, with the result in the Marseille pattern that is now used mostly by cartomancers. We're cartomancers, y'all. We're cartomancers. Okay. Etiella was the first issue a tarot deck specifically designed for occult purposes around 1789. In keeping with the unsubstained belief that such cards were divine from the Book of Thoth, Etiela's tarot contained themes related to ancient Egypt. The 78 card tarot deck used by esoterics has two distinct parts. The major arcana, the greater secrets or trump cards, consist of 22 cards without suits. The magician, the high priestess, the emperor, the hierophant, the lover, the chariot, the strength card, the hermit card, the wheel of fortune, justice, hangman, death, temperance, devil, tower, star, the moon, the sun, judgment, the world, and the fool. Cards numbered from the magician to the world are numbered in Roman numerals from 1 to 21. To what? Yeah, right? I think 20. Actually, no, they go to 20. Okay, anyway. While the Fool is the only unnumbered card, sometimes placed at the beginning of the deck are 0 or at the end as 21. Okay. Okay, so sometimes they use, some decks will do, I've never seen that, but that's what they're saying. That sometimes the Fool card is labeled 21. What's up? Oh, mail? Ooh, you've got mail. Okay. The terms major, the minor arcana, lesser secrets consist of 56 cards divided into four suits of 14 cards each, 10 numbered cards, and 4 court cards. The court cards are king, queen, knight, and page. In each four of the 4 tarot suits, lost my spot. In each of the 4 tarot suits, the traditional Italian tarot suits are swords, batons, coins, and cups. In modern occult tarot decks, however, the baton suit is also called wands, rods, or staffs, while the coin suit is also called pentacles or discs. The terms major and minor arcana were first used by Jean-Baptiste Pitrol, also known as Paul Christian, and are never used in relation to tarot card games. Some decks exist primarily as artwork, and such decks sometimes only contain the 22 major arcana. I do have 2 decks like that. I'll show, do I have them out? Ooh, where did I put them? Okay, yeah, I have them. Where's my pretty deck? I don't know what it is with it. I don't know what. There it is. It's hiding. There it is. Okay. I'll show those. I do have 2 decks that are just purely major arcana. I use them every now and then for something random. The 3 most common decks used in esoteric tarot are the Tarot of Marseille. I don't have any of those. I'm going to have to get one. The Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, which is what I have here in front of me, and the Thoth Tarot deck. I do not have a Thoth Tarot deck either. I've been afraid I will eventually boss up and put on my big girl panties and get a Thoth Tarot deck. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on my to-do list because I feel less than. I need a Thoth deck. I've wanted one since day one, but I felt as though I needed to. I have so many other decks. The energies are, and the depictions are way, if you were taught on the using a Rider-Waite fashion deck, then which most people start out on, then the Thoth deck is something completely new and different. So I haven't gone there. I do need to get a Thoth deck. Tarot decks in the occult are often used for divination practices, commonly as a medium to communicate with the higher self, the universe, and deities. I use them to communicate with my relatives, your relatives, spirit guides, everybody, and I think we all do. Oh, is that the... Oh, these are even. Oh, oh. So those are okay. Who's that?
Tasha.
Look, Taja. I was mistaken. I thought these were the small ones. I got them from a different company, but they're not the small ones. These are the small ones.
Oh. What are you gonna do with these?
Well, if you want to try to incorporate some of those into like weaving into your bracelets, you can. Taja, could you just grab the cigarillo she just tossed on the floor? You can. I will. These need to go in a baggie because they're gonna be everywhere. You can, but other so basically these are gonna go into aromatherapies when I send them out, so that the amethyst energy of calming and relaxation can be infused into the aromatherapy. And then the bigger-ish ones are going into the bath salt, so they can be like separated because we don't want anybody pouring tiny amethyst rocks down their drain or them slipping down anybody's drain in a bath salt.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
so if you want to try some of those, and my daughter's gonna start making bracelets and possibly some necklaces, and we'll see how they come out, and we may end up selling them and see how they go. And where she's gonna attempt to see if she can weave in or attach some healing crystals, and we'll let you know how she
How
does
they
with
look?
that.
Yeah. I'm trying to look good.
Okay.
Put these. I just gotta grab my machine.
Okay. So. All right. So where were we? We talked about the three months. The tarot decks and the occult are often used for divination practices, commonly as a medium, right, to communicate with the higher self. Um, and it also says North or Celtic or Egyptian gods or magical beings or electera. Using tarot in this way is a method of foreseeing the future, answering questions, or receiving advice. I also use them to look into the past because I do I do past life readings as well. So I go backwards and forwards with my tarot and my spirit guides, which that's what I'm here to do. That's in alignment with my purpose. So don't take all the tiny ones. Leave me some.
Ooh, my bad.
I'm gonna separate them. I'm gonna separate them though. I'm gonna get a box and keep them in one place too. Um, Alistair Crowley, Alistair Crawley, who devised the Thoth deck along with Lady Frida Harris, stated
Come here, Aubrey.
of the tarot, the origin of this pack of cards, wait a minute, is very obscure. Some authorities seek to put it back as far as ancient Egyptian mysteries. Others try to bring it forward as late as the 15th or even the 16th century. But the only theory of ultimate interest about the tarot is that an admirable symbolic picture is that it is an admirable symbolic picture of the universe based on data of the Holy Kabbalah. Okay. Okay, so it originates from the Kabbalah. That being said, that's probably why one of my favorite tarot deck authors or producers is Cyril Marchetti. He, oh, this is my necklace. He devises decks, and because he is a follower of Judaism and the Kabbalah, his decks are Jewish and Kabbalah based. And I love his decks. I really resonate with them more so than a lot of the other decks that I have. Honestly, I have decks here that I just don't even ever use because I don't resonate with them. They have and possess energies. My jewelry finally came. Where are you going now?
I gotta go get vinegar so I can finish washing Aubrey's clothes.
There's some downstairs.
There's some downstairs.
It's like this size bottle. If you want to go look, it's on the desk down there. The one I was using to read tarot cards on before, the black one. Um, and there you have it. That brings us to, like I said, up to the Rider Waite deck, which that we just talked about. So most decks today, that's the most common. And if anyone's gonna learn, that's what I. Other than, let me show you the other great, and a lot of people use it, and because it comes with a very awesome. So, and who had just mentioned, this it? This is it. Cyril Marchetti. This is one of, other than if you're going to, which you should. I recommend, if you're going a beginning tarot card reader, I recommend you start with two decks. I recommend that you get, and this one you can get very. This is, you can get very inexpensively online. These are the two decks that I send people if they're going to learn, and because I have tutored and helped people to learn, but everybody has different learning styles. So to say I'm going to teach a tarot class, I'm about that. And because I'll explain that in a minute too. So if I am going to have someone, if someone comes to me and they say, I want to start learning tarot. Well, hey there, Aries. How you doing? I don't know how long you've been in here. I've just been teaching. That's what I'm on. That's where I'm at. That's where my head is at. I recommend that you start with a Rider Waite deck. This particular deck, this is what the box looks like. You can get it pretty reasonably. You can get this deck for about $10 or so online if you go to eBay. And it's a reflective deck. The back of it's going to look like this. And this is one of the oldest decks that I have. And it's reflective, so when I went to start doing YouTube, I had to get other decks because I didn't know how the camera lighting would hit it. But it's reflective. And this is a very beautiful edition of the Rider Waite decks. And it's a very reasonably priced deck. You can get it on eBay, very cheap. They arrive pretty quickly. And that's actually, this is a deck that I recommend that you start with, a Rider Waite deck. Hey, K-Ma. I recommend that you start with a Rider Waite deck. And also, now this one costs a little more. I'd say you can probably get this deck for about, let me see. Let me tell you exactly what I see one for. Because eBay too, I'm an eBay queen, y'all. That's my go-to shopping spot before I go anywhere else. No, I don't want to be alerted. Okay, here's one for $18. And that's free shipping and handling, and that is with the book, and that's the normal size. And it's Gilded Tarot. I don't know where my box is. I'm not digging for my box. By Cyril Marchetti, and it will say Easy Tarot Handbook, and this is what they look like. Now that's why I say you would still need a Rider Waite deck because these depictions are not the traditional. They're a little bit different. You can still, for most of them, look at it and determine what card, it is based on the depiction. But it's a little different than the traditional. And this is the book that comes with it. And it is a very good book to teach you and learn from. It's got spreads. And it's very, very descriptive. It's a very good teaching book. There's a very in-depth explanation of each of the cards. And I think I'll actually because he leaves the Hierophant card in this one as well. And it goes very deeply into, which I'm not going to go this deep, into every card. But I may. Okay, you can see this. Yeah, I may actually use this one to help instead of the book that I, well, all right, let's see. If I need to go deeper, we'll go into this one. All right. Okay, so those are the decks that I recommend using if you are going to begin, if you're a beginner and you want to learn to read. And once again, that was Cyril Marchetti's Gilded Tarot. And it comes with the Easy Tarot Card Handbook. And as you see, it's a good book. It's a very good learning book and tool. And then a regular Rider-Waite. It doesn't have to be this one. You can pick any Rider-Waite deck. Then that is that, because that's, to me, that's like the standard. It's like the traditional. And any good tarot reader should have a Rider-Waite deck on hand somewhere. All right. Now, as said when I was reading through the history, we have major and minor arcana cards. All right. You're going to have 70 some odd cards in each tarot deck. I say some odd because some different decks will have extra cards. And for instance, if you purchase Cyril Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams, it comes with 5 extra cards, actually. Let me get back into the chat. It comes with 5 extra cards, actually. Hey, Desiree. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here, y'all. So, let's start with, because I don't want to spend quite as much time on those. So let's start with the minor arcana. I am going to we're going to breeze through those really quickly. I didn't even separate them by suit, but what I did do was I separated the aces, and because I felt like they needed to be spoken on their own. I feel like even though they are technically a part of the minor arcana, that they are still very important cards, because they would be the first card in each suit. In any tarot card deck, you're going to have 4 suits. You are going to have your cups, your coins, your swords, and your wands. Okay? Okay. In order of the speed of the energies, for instance, Pentacles are going to be a very slow, I always cuss about the Knight of Pentacles, because that's going to be a very slow moving energy. So your Pentacles are stable. They're a slow and steady wins the race type of energy. So for instance, your Knight of Pentacles would be the slowest moving knight in the deck. Next would be your water energies. Then would be your wands, and then would be your swords. Okay? Your swords being the fastest moving energy in the deck. So, your cups are going to speak about emotions. Your cups are going to be about feelings, emotions, anything having to do with shit, being up in your feelings, being in your emotions, love, anger, um, sadness, disappointment. Those are your cups. Okay? Your coins are going to be about your money or your stability. Okay? That's about it. That's about basic. It's going to be about your money or your stability, be it having or lack of. Okay, um, your wands are going to be about action. They're going to be about work. They're going to be about passion. They're going to be about, because let me go back. I'm sorry, because and common sense, but I still need to say it. Your cups are water energy. Your coins are earth energy. Your wands are fire energy. So they also speak about passion, things that you're passionate about, things that you want to take action on, things that you need to be doing, things that you have done, work, movement. And your swords, I'm sorry, they're air energy. Swords are air energy. And I have a trick that I helped myself to remember about these. Actually, my TT, my auntie taught this to me when I was little. So hold on, I'll tell it to you in a minute. Um, and a friend of my grandmother, she was a gypsy, ancient gypsy witch, Miss Irma. And that's the first place I ever saw a tarot card deck. And she gave me one, and my TT helped me learn. So, and then swords. Swords are about thoughts and communication, expression, messages, things of that nature. Thoughts and communication. Your swords, air energy. The way to relate remembering is that you fill a cup with love, and that is your emotion. Okay? If you're going on a journey, you need money to travel. That's your coin energy. Okay? So that you feel safe and secure. That's how you relate it to, and how can I put it? How did she relate water to cup? Okay, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Let me get it right. So a cup relates to water because you would put what in a cup? You'd fill a cup with water. Okay? And coins are made from earth. They're made from metals. They're made from iron or steel or copper and or silver, and those elements come from the earth. They're made from rocks. Coins are made from rocks, and that comes from your earth. Okay. Wands. If you were going to take something and light, if you're going to light a torch, if you're going to start a fire, what would you use? You would use a stick. If you needed to make a fire in the wild, if you're good like that, I've never seen anyone actually do that shit in real life, but they claim you can rub two sticks together and start a fire. If you're going to light a fire or a bonfire, what do you have? A bunch of sticks. So that's how you would remember that your wands are fire. And then a sword is communication. But what do you do with a sword? You swing it through the air. And that's how you remember that that's air energy. And that's how she taught me how to remember how the elements related to each individual suit when I was little. Okay? Right, Ma. The Hierophant isn't. Ma was just saying in the comments for those of you watching who may watch later and don't want to look through the chat. Some of the people in the chat, my subs in my chat, thank you, love y'all for being here. Couldn't do it without you. The Hierophant, as Ma just pointed out, is that the Hierophant card is not in every deck. It's worded differently in different decks. Let me show you. Should I wait for Major Arcana to talk about this? She brought it up, so I'm going to speak on it. In Let me find it super, super quick. And I'll bring it out again to remind everybody when I talk about the major arcana and I get to the Hierophant card. In Cyril Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams, it's this one in my hand, because it is a Kabbalah-based deck, that would eliminate the use of Jesus, because for those of you who do not know, people that believe in Judaism do not believe that Jesus was the Messiah. They are still waiting on their Messiah. And therefore, in his deck, the Hierophant card is the faith card. Okay? And then there's another deck that I have where it's not the Hierophant card either. And I can't think of which one it is right now. But I know that I have it. In the Good Tarot, I believe. Which is by Colette Baron Reed, which is a beautiful deck. Very beautiful deck. She's changed several things in her deck. For instance, she doesn't have a devil card. She has a temptation card. Let's keep that. She doesn't have a temperance card. She has a patience card. The death card in her deck is transformation. No, she has a Hierophant. It's just a female. She does have a Hierophant. Okay. All right. But I can't think of which one it is right now, y'all. But I do have another deck that doesn't have a Hierophant card. It's got something else. And I can't think of what it is. I have one. Wait a minute. Is it the teacher? Is it the... In the Gay Pride deck that I have, it's the Messenger. It's not the Hierophant card. It is the Messenger. I have a few. I have at least, I think, 2 other decks where it's something different, and I just can't call it right now. I just can't. But yes, there's not. There will be some other form of it, but it's not always the Hierophant card. It absolutely is not. K-Ma's 100% right about that. Okay, now moving forward. What's in the? Who wasn't? What was added? Okay. When I go to Walmart. Actually, the Aries, Walmart does have tarot cards. You have to catch the right one. But if they have them online. If you go to Walmart.com, they got tarot cards up there. The Aries, they sure do. I haven't looked at what they look like, but they got them. Where were we? We were on Minor Arcana. I was just talking about the different suits. So like I said, there you have that. We have, we have coins, cups, wands, oh gosh, and swords. Okay, my new necklaces came. If y'all remember a few months back, my lovely, beautiful, awesome grand princess popped all of my chains. She was falling behind me. She was falling on the bed, so I don't know what she was saving her little self from. But she was falling, and she grabbed me my chains in order to anchor herself. Popped all of them. So, and I got to get I have a locket that I used to wear as well. Some of y'all might remember it. It was heart-shaped. And so I got to get that one and put it back on. But these just came. I don't leave the house for nothing, y'all. I order everything online. Okay, so now like I said, within the minor arcana, I did separate, like I said, I didn't separate all of them individually. Are you long as I need you to be? But I did separate the aces. Stop. And I'm going to read to you. This is not as long as I wanted it to be. But I guess. Actually, that might be exactly where I want them to be. And then where did I put it? Okay. Actually, let me go with. I pulled out several books that I felt described. So while the aces are not major arcana, I still hold them in slightly higher regard than. Do I want to go through? Yeah, I'll go through them next. I still hold them in slightly higher regard than, because I need to talk about numbers with those, than the other minor arcana. Because your aces, to me, they're major. The Ace of Wands. No, see, that's not saying what I needed to say. Go over there. Hold on. What's this one? Okay, Ace of Wands. Creativity and masculine energy. I want more than that. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. First of all, from off the top of my head, your aces are going to always talk about energy of the self. So it could speak on working on yourself, putting in some type of work into a situation, a new situation, being offered to you, an offer of divine. For instance, if you had asked if you were going to get a new job and you got either this card or the Ace of Pentacles, because jobs bring in money, or something of that nature, and you got the Ace of Pentacles, I would say that you were going to be getting a new job offer. If you asked about self-improvement, what you need to do to grow spiritually, or why, for instance, why am I not meeting anybody new in my life? Why am I would, and the Ace of Wands came out, I would say, because you need to work on yourself. You need to be doing your shadow work. Like I said, your wands, their work, their passion, their fire. If you were to ask how somebody felt about you, how does John feel about me? And I got the Ace of Wands, I would say he wants to do you, honey. He feels very passionately. Because remember, the fire energy is passion. I would say that this person felt very passionately about you. And wants to offer you some wand. If you get what I'm saying. Yes. If you look at any of the wands in a Rider-Waite deck, it looks like a penis. And it is phallic energy. Wands are masculine energy. Just as any of your fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, which would be represented by many of the wands. Aries would be a King of Wands. Your Queen of Wands would be a Leo. And your Knight of Wands, actually, or your Page of Wands, some people read them differently, would be your Sagittarius. All right, so your wands are fire energy. And that's the other thing that I like. The Ciro Marchetti Tarot of Dreams deck. It has each individual card has a symbol on it that tells you what cards are related to what zodiac sign very specifically. And there's another symbol that will allude to the origin of that particular card. How have they separated it? My gosh, let me find the wands, y'all. Let me find the aces in this book. Ace of Cups. Ten of Wands. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here we go. Ace of Wands. All right. The Ace of Wands symbolizes all aces. Okay. All the aces represent new beginnings, but wands are also initiators. So this card represents a dynamic and driving energy force. It represents the beginning of action and taking initiative in being creative, in enterprise, the birth of new ideas and inspirations. It can also represent the seed of a new life. Hi, I've never viewed it as a pregnancy card. The Ace of Wands symbolizes the seed of an idea that you feel very excited, passionately about. This card frequently has career or business orientation. Like I said, if you ask me in a business spread or job related question, and this came out, that's what I would say. A new job, or the start of a new business venture are typical situations around which this card appears, as there is a great deal of creative energy indicated with this card. It is extremely good for anyone involved in creative endeavors. Due to the element it represents, this card indicates a high degree of energy and action. So it holds the force of strength, enthusiasm, and excitement. All the ingredients required at the outset to make a venture successful. Any project started under the auspicious under the auspices of this card holds good promise for the future. It can also represent an entirely new way of life with the anticipation of excitement that such a transition would bring. If accompanied by the Empress, it almost always brings news of pregnancy or birth. Literally, the creation of a new life. Since the Ace of Wands is a male active energy, which is also associated with procreation and the seed of life. If a new relationship is indicated and the Ace of Wands presents itself, you can be assured that it's going to be quite a passionate relationship. Like I said, the Ace of Wands, they want to do you, okay? As with every reading, remember how the card's energies will be expressed, can be identified from other cards surrounding it. So like I said, it's also based on the energies of the question being posed to the tarot. All right? So it depends on what format it shows up in. If it's a love read, you're going for that passion. Somebody wants to get it in. Somebody, like she said, if it's associated with the what did she say? With the Empress card, which that's my baby mama, my pregnancy card period as well, it almost always means somebody is knocked up. Okay? All right, so that's your Ace of Wands. And like I said, for me, it also represents, the aces also represent the self. So if you're asking about your specific spiritual growth or why something isn't occurring in your life and it comes out, for me, that's also going to mean that you need to do self-work. You need to work on yourself. Hey, Bella. All right. Right. Thank you, K-Mod. Thank you for teaching in the chat. I appreciate your backup. K-Mod, for those of you in the chat with me, K-Mod, when I have a question, K-Mod reads my cards. That's my reader. She's my go-to. Okay? So now we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna go with what the book has next. Let's see who has next. We got the cups. So Aries, we may touch on what you just talked about, the Aries. All right. The Ace of Cups. And what I'm reading from, so you know, like I told you, I'm reading from the Easy Tarot, the Cyril Marchetti the Gilded Tarot deck, the book that comes with that. So this lets you know what you'll be getting. If that's the deck, if you want to learn, and this is, I'm telling you, this is the deck you want to learn from. Okay? Aces symbolize new beginnings. The water element, represented by cups, stands for emotion. And so the Ace of Cups shows the start of a new relationship, the beginning of love and happiness. For those already in a solid relationship, it It represents a sense of renewal in the love partnership or the start of something new, which brings emotional happiness to the home and family. With other indications, the Ace of Cups can also represent the birth of a child. Since the element of water is female, water is feminine energy. Your water signs are Cancer, um, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, so you're going to be looking at the King of Cups as Pisces, the Queen of Cups as Scorpio, and either the page for you, depending on how you look at it as a reader, either the page or the knight is going to be your Pisces. Okay, all right. Which brings emotional happiness to the home and family, something new within a relationship, renewed energy within a relationship. With other indications, the Ace of Cups can also represent the birth of a child, since the element of water is female, which is receptive, nurturing, and life giving. If you consider how the senses are so intoxicated and enhanced when wrapped in a new romance, it gives an indication of emotional euphoria that can be associated with this card. Since the state of bliss is a recognized state of being found throughout the energy of real love, it is an emotion of all humanity tends to seek, whether romantically in search for another or spiritually in the form of enlightenment. It can therefore be likened to the search for the Holy Grail, that which we seek for fulfillment on an emotional level. That's the connection for some of you. It may not be a holy thing. Holy is a word that people tend to lend just to Christianity. It is not. It can speak to it speaks to a divine connection to whatever you resonate with, be it your ancestors, God, source, spirit, universe, whatever. Um, and that's your cups. That's all it says. What it says about cups. So, like I said, your cups are going to be your emotions, your love, your. All right. So let's see. Cups. Then she goes on to swords. She does pentacles. Yep, they do pentacles last. All right. Hang in, y'all. This is gonna be a long cosmic chat, but it's deep. If you're here to learn, then you should have known this wasn't gonna be an easy one. It's 70 some odd tarot cards. Okay, so we're on the ace of swords. Wait, we did wands, we did cups, swords. What a wonderful power this card is. When the Ace of Swords appears, it signifies victory and triumph over difficulties. In order to do so, you will use great reserves of inner strength and clarity of thought. So your success is well deserved. The Ace of Swords represents a great force of strength, the inner power, showing you have the ability to overcome setbacks and adversity. This card is a victory of triumph over one's own actions. I also call this truth. For me, I call it the sword of truth. I call it my sword of honesty, my sword of truth. So for me as a reader, when this card comes out, to me it means that someone is telling the truth, that their thoughts are and words match each other, that they're clear and they're just being honest. I call it the sword of truth. Oh, thank you, Kama. Thank you. Y'all just be touching my heart. So this says the Ace of Swords represents a great sword of truth. And yes, that is true, and strength. However, and it does, because like I said, it's the cards for me, aces also represent the self. So if the Ace of Swords comes out in reference to your personal character, know that that means that you're an awesome person or an awesome individual. However, also, like I said, for me, I also as a reader call it the sword of truth. Because like I said, if it comes out for me, that lets me know in a situation, for instance, if you're asking if somebody is being honest with you, if somebody really loves you, how someone feels about you, or whether they're, being transparent, and this card comes out for me, it's going to let me know that they are on the up and up, that they are of what's the word I'm looking for? Shit. Damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity. All right. So yes, this is at strength, integrity. That's one of the things that comes along with honesty. All right. So yes, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. All right. All right. Come on. Where'd I go? Here we go. And last but not least, the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles represents prosperity and material gains. The beginning, the being, right? No, I said it right the first time. The beginning of successful endeavors that bring good financial reward. So this would be an excellent card if you were to start a new business venture. It can signify documents that hold material importance, such as company accounts, education certificates or diplomas, marriage contracts, or inheritance documents such as wills, bank accounts, and house deeds. Sometimes it may represent an important letter being received, although frequently it would be of an official or monetary nature. Together with supporting cards, it may indicate a lump sum of money, gifts, or inheritance. For me as a reader, when I look at it if it shows up for me in a romantic sense, and a lot of other readers say this as well, because it is a circle, because it is a pentacle, I also look at this as a marriage proposal card, or an offer of stability, because your earth energies are stability. So if this were to come out for me as a reader in a romantic sense and love read, which I read a lot for love, I love love, even though I don't have it in my life right now. I do, just not romantic, and I do. It's a long story. My subscribers know my story. I have a twin flame. That should explain to y'all everything that you need to know. Anyway, because it's the circle, and as you know, your ring, that circle, that infinite circle, that's that offer of love and stability. So a lot of readers, as well as myself, look at the Ace of Pentacles as an offer of some kind, if it's romantic wise, of stability, or possibly a marriage proposal. If this comes out for me in a love read, that's what it's going to be speaking to me as. And there you have your aces. All right. And if you were to be asking about, for instance, your personal financial, like I said, it would be incoming, a financial offer of money. You got some money coming in, or you have a way possibly of making money, new way of making money coming in. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I want to go to, I don't want to touch on each and every, because we would be here all damn night. I don't want to touch on each and every minor arcana card. I'm not a numbers person, okay? But I was taught to relate the minor arcana to the stability of numbers. All right? Because we did the aces, so that leaves us with 2 through 9. If you look at the way numbers work, you're going to look at, where do I want to start? Let me get it right. I want to start in the middle and work my way out to each end. Okay? So we want to start at the 5. You're going to look at your 5 of wands, your 5 of swords, your 5 of coins, and your 5 of cups. I started the 5 because the 5 is an unstable number. Your stable numbers are going to be your balanced numbers. Your stable numbers are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Got it? Your stable numbers are going to be, I will repeat that. Your stable numbers are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, and 10. Those are your even numbers. All right? So in the middle, you got your 5s. That's an unstable number. Anything associated with a 5 is going to be an unstable energy. Okay? It's going to be an energy that you feel some kind of way about, one way or another. It's not something that you really want to see when it comes out in a read. All right? You know, a 5. I don't like any, there's not a 5 in the deck that I care for. Unless somebody's getting their karma, then it's nice to see them with a little 5 of Pentacles energy. Okay. But that's going to represent, any 5 is going to represent instability. Your 5 of Cups, I call that the shoulda, coulda, woulda card. Damn, a regret. Damn, I should have done this. And I wish I could have done that. Damn it, if I had known then what I know now, I would have done this. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Unstable. That's not happy. This person is looking at the 3 cups spilled. There's 2 good cups behind them, but they can't get their mind off the fact that they fucked up 3 good cups. Their regrets. This is focused on regret. That's an unstable energy. You can't live there. 5 of Pentacles. They're feeling left out in the cold. They don't have enough. They're struggling. They're poor. This poor baby got on 1 shoe. They hurt. The one that has on no shoes. It's cold. It's snowing. They're left out in the cold. That's unstable as fuck, right? Unstable. 5. 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords, yeah, there's a person in the front with 2 swords, and it looks like he's winning, but this is a temporary defeat, or defeat that was won unfairly of some way. There's something that's not right. This is battle. This is not a battle won fairly or won in a fair way. This was, and it's a sword. I look at it as well, or a lot of other readers, it, like, for instance, if you're looking at a political race and the politician slung mud, that would be winning in the 5 of Swords energy. That's not stable. That's not the way you want to win. You don't want to cheat. You got me? And then your 5 of Wands. That's just outright battle. That's just outright struggle. That's just an outright fight going on. That's just, they got their wands. They're whooping each other's ass. That's just, you don't want to be in that energy. That's not stable. No, nobody will live like that. Your 5s, it's an unbalanced number. It's an uneven number. It's unstable. Got it? Okay. We're going to go on to your other unstable number. Well, we'll go down. We'll go down. We'll do your 4s. And then we'll go back up. Now the 4s, I'd say it's split, either or both ways. I'd say, because I'd say 2 of the, well, they're more of a, other than the 4 wands. The 4 wands can speak to, I call it my twin flame soulmate marriage card. However, if it was to come out in a business spread or something where there's an opportunity being presented, it's also a celebration or a new beginning or a pathway or a doorway to that. As a matter of fact, in Cyril Marchetti's deck, the 4 of Wands is actually a doorway opening up and the divine light shining through. So it's a, it's a card of celebration of sorts, but like I said, you see, it's a 4. It's balanced. All right? But when you go to your 4 of Swords, that's a card of taking a break, but yet being at peace because you're on a break. This is someone getting rest after a battle. This is someone giving thanks after a battle. This is somebody taking a break, possibly in between battles. The Four of Cups. That's an offer, but someone's not happy with it. It's not quite enough. I mean, think about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you're looking at love, you want somebody offering you 4 cups? When you have 10 cups of love to give, you are going to offer me 4? And so the person is sitting there like, nah, that ain't enough. It's a balanced number, but is it really enough? Emotional unfulfillment. And then you got Four of Pentacles, another energy of feeling like something is not enough because you're holding on to everything. It talks about, so in a financial spread, it will be telling you to save money. In a love spread, it will be telling you that you're holding on to someone or a situation. It will be telling you that you need to, that somebody's not letting go, or somebody's not sharing, that your ass is stingy. Okay? And there's your 4s. Your 3s are another suit that tend to run in either direction. You got your 3 of Cups. Your 3 of Pentacles. Your 3 of Swords. Where's my... And your 3 of Wands. These go in all different directions, but remember, your uneven numbers are unstable as well. So 3 is an energy of kind of, sort of, because, but the energies can kind of go positive and negative, positive or negative on your 3 of Cups or your 3 of Coins. Okay? Because 3 of Cups could be somebody that's partying too damn much or sharing too much. I and a lot of other readers in 2021, because this just become a common thing, that people are really about that poly life out here. Polyamory, you know what I'm talking about. If an amicable love situation where people are having a threesome, this is one of the cards, the 3 of Cups, that a lot of us readers now are looking at as your threesome card. That co-wife, that sister-wife situation. Okay? Or like I said, it can speak to somebody, hey Ariel, it can speak to somebody partying too much, or it can speak to the fact that you have family and friends around you that love you, and that's something that you should be celebrating, or there's a situation that you will be celebrating with others. It all depends on how it comes out. Your 3 of Pentacles talks about either compromise or working with someone or working with other people. It can talk about work, period, and needing to work with or network with others, sharing the work, collaborating, working with somebody if they're in a compromise. Okay? So then you have your 3 of Wands. We're going to talk about the 3 of Swords separately, which talks about waiting on something. But either one of these cards can pretty much mean that you're not quite where, you know what I'm saying? You're not quite where you need to be yet. Because it's an unstable number. It's an uneven number. Your 3 of Wands talks about waiting for your ships to come in. Waiting for something to happen. Period. This is your card of waiting. There's no other way to put that. No matter where it comes out. You could be waiting on love. You could be waiting on a job. You could be waiting on change. You could be waiting on anything. And then your 3 of Swords. Y'all, your third party heartbreak situation card. Now, the 3 of Swords is not always, so the minute you see a 3 of Swords in a love reading, don't always throw up your red flag and go somebody's cheating. Because it could be a third party is somebody's mother. It could be a relative. It could be their job. It's any situation other than immediate cause between you and your person, any outside influence that is affecting or breaking your heart or you're hurting you in a situation, period. Okay? It doesn't have to be that someone has another side chick or a side piece. It could be that somebody's working too much. It could be that their mama is all up in your business. It could be that there are kids affecting, all these things affecting minds. So, third party pain, period. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, necessarily that someone's cheating. It could be somebody that's just working so much they're not paying you any mind or giving you the love and attention they need. All right. But it speaks of heartache caused by an outside influence. Okay. All right. There's your threes. We did threes before. Your twos. Your two of cups. Soulmates. Connection. It can also talk about health. Two of wands. Two of swords. Two of pentacles. All right. You got your two of pentacles. Juggling. Can you handle it? Are you handling it? Are you doing too much? Are you going to drop something? Is somebody handling you and someone else? These are a lot of the ways that the two of pentacles can come out. Do you got it? Are you sure? You going to drop one of those? And if you notice, he's juggling in an infinite pattern. So a lot of times, this is one of the cards I look at. If it's associated with a certain other cards, I'll be like, and this person's not going to stop. If they're handling two people, if it's attached to a three of swords, and then it's juggling, they're not going to stop. That's going to be a consistent thing. That's just fuckboy energy for life. They're just going to continue to juggle you and her, or him and him, or you get what I'm saying? Or they'll never get it together. If it's, for instance, a page of coins, and it's attached to a two of coins for me, that lets me know that person is going to be broke forever. Girl, he going to be sitting on your couch playing PlayStation forever. Okay? Can he handle it? You can't handle his money. He's not doing nothing with his life. Two of Swords talks about intuition. She is blindfolded. She's got to swing those swords in whatever direction that she needs to swing it. However, she's doing it blind. She has to go basically on all her other senses. She's got to be hearing. She's got to be smelling. She's got to be sensing. She's got to be feeling it and seeing it in her third eye, in her mind's eye. This card says trust your intuition when making a decision. And the Two of Cups. First of all, if you look in most medical emblems, you see this. All right? So the Two of Cups, if someone is asking about someone's health, it can talk about health issues, or needing to being balanced or being healthy, or needing to get help if someone is feeling sick or ill, depending on what other cards it may be coupled with. For instance, if I saw this couple with a devil card, I would say that somebody really needs to get some help. They're having some serious major health issues. Okay? That's one meaning a lot of people overlook, which is why I started with that. But the general overall meaning is going to be a soulmate connection between two individuals. It may be romantic, it may not. Soulmates come in all different kinds, all different shapes and kinds. Okay? All right. Two of Cups. Love. Soulmate connection. If I pull a reading and I see this card, the Lover's card, and what else? And the Four of Wands. Oh, honey, just go in and get your wedding dress and your tux dusted off. Okay. All right. That's your twos. We've gone in that direction. Let's go up. We're going to your sixes. 6, 6, 6, and 6. All right, so you got your Six of Swords. You're going to or away from a situation. All right, there's some movement involved in the Six of Swords, but it needs to take some serious thought and planning. Remember that your swords are thoughts and communication. Are you moving too quickly? Are you moving safely? Because the swords are stuck in the boat. That means that your boat could sink. So this is a move that needs to be seriously thought through or reconsidered, or maybe taken too hastily, or you need to be careful. Six of Swords. It's not going to be an easy journey. You need to think it out, plan it out, think it through. Six of Cups. This is my past life connection card or long-term connection card. If it's for the future, if it comes up in a future tense, for me it says the person's not going anywhere, they're going to be around, it's going to be a long-term type of love. If it's from the past tense, because there are children in the card, this could be somebody that you have loved or known since childhood, or you've been with or dealt with for a long damn time, or possibly even from a past life connection. Six of Cups. It also means that this love is reciprocated. It's a two-way feeling. This person, because it's balanced, remember that. You're even number. So that means this person loves you back and feels the same way. And you're good. Hello, Janice. Jennings Klein. Hello, everybody. Six of Wands. Celebration. Success. Triumph. Victory. And you did it in a good, clean way. Unlike the Five of Swords, where the person is winning, but it wasn't done in a good way. This is a good, positive success celebration. All right? All right. If I see that in a relationship, it's always a good thing. All right? And then you got the Six of Coins, which can talk about equal give and take, or someone having to give to two different situations. Okay? So I look at it depending on how that spread comes out. But it talks about giving equally, reciprocity, or like I said, a person having to give to two situations or being fair. All right? Okay. It can be negative. For instance, if I see that it's coming out in a card that's dealing with a baby mama, you're never going to have all that man's finances in your house. He's going to have to pay that child support. He's going to have to give equally to two houses. Okay? All right, let's talk about our sevens. I said I wasn't doing this individually, but hey, we here. Okay, seven. All right, you got we're moving quickly though. We got the Seven of Swords. Stealing, dishonesty, betrayal. The things I say are being stolen here can be any of your fucks. If you haven't seen the magic of not giving a fuck video, I'll drop it in the comments. I need to write a note to myself so that you can. I left my other notebook in my bag. Hold on. In the magic of not giving a fuck, I post it frequently. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to put it in the link in the comments so that you can check it out. She defines your fucks as your time, your energy, your money. I go a little deeper. I say your emotions, your body, your emotions, your love. These are all, and possibly could, like she said, your money as well. So it could be, or material things. These could be all the things that people are stealing from you. Your energy, your peace of mind, your clarity, your love, your fucks, your body, your money, all of that. Stealing. Just taking something from you, just robbing, just. You're vampires of all kinds. Seven of Swords. Somebody's not in a situation, or somebody's intentions are not on the up and up. They're just there to take. This is my taker card. Seven of Wands. I tell my ladies, my bag ladies, I'm going to sing to y'all, bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up, 'cause you got too much stuff. When they say you see you coming, niggas take off running from you. It's true, oh yes they do. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. I said one day, all them bags gon' get in your way. So pack light, ladies. Because when this card comes out for you, in a certain way here on Missn Joy's Tarot. I'm going to tell you. Put the wand down. You're guarded. You're guarded. Your defenses are up. You're not letting nobody pass. You're not letting nobody in. You're ready to fight. You're on guard. You're not open. You are not. Now, in other spreads, it can mean that you need to protect yourself. You need to be watching out for somebody. You need to be guarded. It depends on how this goes and how it falls. Protection. Be on guard. Either defend yourself or you are defending yourself. You need to have your guard up or you need to let your guard down, depending on how it falls. Okay? 7 of Cups. All choices. Decisions. Options. Good choices. Bad choices. Too many choices. Not enough choices. Keep your choices open. Options. Choices. Somebody has got options. Somebody's keeping their options open. You need to keep your options open. You need to have some more options. My grandma always said it's a more mighty poor rat that only has one hole to crawl into. Okay? 7 of Pentacles. It's not a 10, but it's not bad. You're getting there. You're waiting on something to grow. There is a potential for growth. There's only 7 coins on the bush, but it could sprout 3 more, and you can land a 10. You just got to wait. You just got to cultivate it. You're just waiting on it to grow. You just haven't gotten there quite yet. Just hold on. 7 of Pentacles. 7s. Going on to your 8s. That's it. Okay. 8 of Cups. Walking away from those cups. Walking away from those emotions. It's not always a negative card because while you're walking away from those emotions, you could be walking towards your 10 of Cups or your 9 of Cups. So you could be walking towards something positive. Just because you're leaving something behind doesn't always mean that, because if you look up in the end, in the back, and this is different in a lot of different cards, the sun is back there. There's a hill back there. You don't know what's on the other side of the hill or at the end of the journey you're about to embark on. So just because you're having to leave something behind, because like I said about the 7, it's 8, but you don't want to settle for 8. You want your 9 or your 10. You want to move forward. 8 of Cups. So walking away, somebody's walking away from a situation, from some emotions. It's just not enough. I mean, you're settling. Everybody wants 10. 8 of Wands. Forward progress and movement. Something is, or something is coming towards you. Something's coming in or you're moving forward. Forward progress and movement. It's steady. It's constant. It's happening. It's on the move. It's either coming in or you're moving toward it. This is a good card. This is a good card. However, I suppose if there was something like a devil card in front of it, it could possibly say that you have incoming negative or negativity. So I guess it depends on what's incoming or what you're moving toward, what cards surround it. But it's movement. But usually we look at it as in a positive direction. Okay? All right. 8 of Swords. Talks about being stuck. What are swords? Thoughts and communication. She's blindfolded. She's barely tied up. And she could let go and walk away at any time. And I always say no one's actually stuck anywhere but in their head. This person is not physically stuck. They think they're stuck. They feel like they're stuck, or they're stuck in their head. 8 of Swords. Get from up there. It's a tool, not a prison. Get up out your head. 8 of Swords. 8 of Coins. You're working on it. You're working hard, baby. You're not at the 9 or the 10 yet, but you're going to get there because you're working. You are moving. You are diligent. You are your other pentacles are displayed. People can see that you're coming up. You're working on it. This can be love. This can be work. It can be anything related to however it comes out. And like I said, it always depends on the cards that surround it. 8 of Pentacles. You're working on it diligently. His head is down. That hammer is going. He's working on. He's producing those pentacles. That's a very positive card. Your nines. Once again, 9, an unstable number. Most of these cards aren't the best, but you've been bruised. 9 of Wands, you've been battered. You done been through some shit. He is bandaged up. The Wands, the worst of it is behind him. Okay, all those wands are behind him. The other 8 wands are behind him. Okay, so this is at the end of the battle. You're on the other side of it, but yet you're still looking back like, damn, that was rough. So what you need to do is just heal and work on moving forward. And this is about leaving something behind, moving forward from something. Just put it behind you. Just let it go. Just put it behind you, heal, and move forward. 9 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Stress, worry, and anxiety. This card serves no good in your life. You're up at night, you're worried about something, thoughts, they're on your mind. You're thinking, you're overthinking. You can't sleep. This is stress, worry, you're sad. You're up in your head about it. You're really feeling some kind of way. Stress, worry, and anxiety. She is stressed the fuck out. Not good. 9 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. Good. She's beautiful. She got her bird, her beautiful garden, her pentacles. I'm good, but she's alone, right? I'm good on my own, honey. I am stable and independent and abundant all by myself. This is the energy in which I say we attract people. If you're in 9 of Pentacles energy, for instance, and your ex starts trying to come back around, this is why this card usually comes out. Because you want to know why the ex is coming back out on the 9 of Pentacles. Because you look good. Because you're doing good. And of course, we're coming back if you, damn, my ex look good. I'm coming, she got it together. She just got her a new car. She just moved over there to that complex. Damn. You looking good. You doing good for yourself. You good? And you want the 10 of Pentacles. You want the 10 of Cups, but you ain't got to. I'm all right. This is my independent, single, happy, got what I need, abundant card. This is the energy you have to be in to successfully to attract that 10 of Pentacles and that 10 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. Okay? Financial stability all by yourself. 9 of Cups. I've heard this card read in several different ways. I've heard it read as similar to the 9 of Pentacles, where it talks about self-love and being stable in your commitment and your love and your emotional stability. I've heard it read as emotional or as wish fulfillment. Like you've got the 9 of Cups, but you really, really are striving for the 10. So it can go either way, and depending on how it falls out, that's how I read it. I kind of look at it more of somewhat a wish fulfillment card. Because, yeah, you are all right, but there's something a little bit more that you might desire. Okay? All right. And that's your minor arcana. Y'all, no, I'm sorry, 10. Am I missing a card? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. So, this is your ultimate cards. These are your end-all, be-all cards in the deck. So you either have the ultimate love, 10 of Cups, the family, the kids, the sunshine, the rainbows, the house, the love, 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles, same thing, the financial stability, the kids, the house, the money, all that, 10 of Pentacles. The ultimate betrayal, 10 swords in your back, you are down, you are out, somebody fucked you up and fucked you over, or they're going to. 10 of Swords. You've been done wrong. You've been done dirty in the ultimate way. 10. And 10 of Wands. It's either going to be way too much work, way too much of a burden, or something is really blocking you or getting in your way. One of the two. 3. Okay? 10 of Wands. All right. All right. Now, we're almost there, y'all. Major Arcana. Whew. Let's get it. Fool card. Number. Oh wait, nope. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, we're not. Hold on. Hold it. Hold the phone. This is a long one, y'all. Y'all better love me for this one. All right. Page of Cups, offer of love, offer of new love, offer of love, renewal of love. Page of Cups. The page is going to be your beginning stages, your new stages, your youngness. That's who your pages are. They're your children. Okay? All right, your teenagers. Okay? You got your young adults, which is your Knight of Cups. Somebody that's trying. They're making a valiant offer. They're charging in. They're on their way. They're coming. They're good intentions. They're making forward progress and movement. They're growing. They're getting there. Page of Cups. I'm sorry, Knight of Cups. Someone's coming to offer you love. They're on their way. They're almost arrived. They're getting there. Page of Cups. I'm sorry, Knight of Cups. Offer of love. Incoming love. They're going to deliver it. Take what's in my cup. You want my cup? Here. Here I come with my cup. Take it. King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can be... Okay. Let's go this way. Because that's how she's got him in the book. He's got him. Yeah, well, she wrote the book. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. All right. These are your pages. Page of Cups, kind, thoughtful. We'll go through them. Page of Cups, kind, gentle, thoughtful, creative, artistic, generally well-behaved, polite, sensitive to others. They can also be slightly oversensitive to criticism or the harsh realities of life. That means immature. Usually well-liked by others, but may have difficulty socially or at school due to sensitive nature and other children's thoughtless words or actions taken to heart. Okay? All right. Page of Swords. Quick-minded, cool, deep, takes everything in, but doesn't speak unnecessarily. Secretive and analytical, tends to make logical decisions. Appears quiet, solemn, even when happy. Can appear insensitive to others' feelings. Injustice on any level upsets them as they stick to the rules and can't understand others who don't. Can be deceitful or gossipy, causing rumors and trouble. Thought not intentionally. And troubling thoughts, not intentionally. Okay? Page of Wands, active, energetic, cheerful, optimistic, sometimes appears quite fearless, action-oriented, full of new ideas, but often lacks thinking it through. Tendency to dive into things head first without much forethought, cheeky, lovable, and rogue describes this person or action or event. Okay? And Page of Pentacles, studious or academic child, enjoys studying and learning. Solid young person, methodical in his or her approach, hardworking, well-behaved, polite, self-disciplined with the love and respect for animals and their world. A solid individual, not a party animal type, usually good with their hands, anything of practical nature. As an event, I'm sorry, I should have read this. You should receive some good news that will bring welcome changes into your life. This may have financial or an academic connection. As an event with the Page of Wands, good news coming in, usually swiftly, maybe work related, can be classed as letters, telephone calls, or word of mouth. Page of Swords represents delayed news or disappointing news. It can show minor problems with or for a child's behavior. Depending on the surrounding cards, it may represent someone causing minor problems with petty gossip. That's my petty card, sure is. As Page of Cups, as an event. Happy news of emotional nature and of an emotional nature generally. Can be news about love, engagement, marriage, or birth. Like I said, or an offer. All right. Knight of Wands. When representing a young man, the Knight of Wands is energetic, or a person is energetic, adventurous, full of ambition, ideas, warm and exciting, but apt to a little hastiness. As an event, the Knight of Wands almost always shows when someone is about to change residence, may also signify a long journey being taken. As always, look for supporting cards. The Knight of Energy, the energy of this Knight represents to make clients feel they must act too quickly, as it has a high level of creative energy, but they must not engage in haste, forget to check all the details first. Knight of Wands, he's a fast ass. Slow down, basically. Knight of Cups, here you are. If representing a person, would be romantic and idealistic. As an event, this night symbol is always felt on an emotional level. Often represents offers being brought to you that will be accompanied by a high level of excitement. Due to the elements he represents, Knight of Cups is the one to look for in romantic invitations or proposals of marriage. For those into the arts, he also brings interesting work developments. Card association also determines. Yes. Got that. Knight of Swords. Where is it? There it is. Did I do? Yeah. All right. Knight of Swords. Quick-minded, rather serious, and sometimes impatient, strong character, strongly magnetic, appears sensitive to the feelings of others due to his forthright manner. The energy brought by this knight is swiftly moving. It may feel chaotic due to the speed at which events unfold. Remember me saying swords with the fastest moving energy in the deck, and the feelings of confusion it would create. Sometimes a swift moving action is a necessary requirement as it brings about better circumstances. This is a great deal of strength offered by this knight, which, can be advantageous. So you need to be ready to ride with the changes that this knight brings. I say it's an incoming communication as well. Somebody's going to come say something to you, or you're going to hear something. A lot of us associate swords with internet activity nowadays, okay, because it's air energy. Get that? All right, on to the queens. Queen of Wands. Woo. All right. If this were a woman, it would be a full-time mom. You'll find her volunteering at the school fairs, all that great stuff, running errands and all that. Has endless energy, strives on being busy, at work at her desk. This is the mom this is Marie. This is and came out. This is the mom with the kids and the job and the all that and the responsibilities. This is your single mom, and not even a single mom, because those of you that have husbands, that's just another damn child. Anyway, she's the one flying around with the clipboard, the energetic one organizing everyone else, full of ideas, cheerfully encouraging others into action, can be ambitious, has energy and drive to ensure success, but is always busy, packing everything into 24 hours that she can, but tends to lack detail, and chaos can make her forgettable. Quantity rather than quality, but this aspect of herself is usually humorously forgiven due to her helpful and cheerful nature. In the negative, this queen may be hot-tempered, disorganized, controlling, or smothering. She can be vengeful, though not in an upfront manner. There may be a tendency to cattiness. Queen of Wands is also your magical ladies and your witches, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens. That's for me as a reader. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups likes things to be aesthetically pleasing. Her home, her clothes, her accessories all carry some small fancy little detail that sets them apart. However, Understand you will find telltale signs everywhere you look. Her pen, her diary, items on her desk, and so far her home and clothing show taste and a touch of authentic artistic flair. No matter what her budget, and her home is her home is a place which reflects sense of harmony that she needs. That's me. Y'all seen my bedroom. Okay. Queen of Cups is one who notices when someone doesn't appear themselves. She is very sensitive to others' feelings. She will not force herself upon others, tending to be somewhat restrained in her nature. But if she is a good friend of yours, then she will spend hours listening to your problems, empathizing, offering support, and well thought out suggestion. Whereas the Queen of Wands would be happy to do something practical for you. Unlike this queen, she can also appear dismissive with her cheery attitude and will probably comment that everything will be fine in the end, or she doesn't know what to suggest. Note the difference between the two elements. You would feel with the Queen of Cups as if someone really listened and cared. The Queen of Cups is frequently found in the helping, caring, healing professions, nursing, teaching, alternative therapies, psychic arts, interior design, fashion, and so on. Romantically, these people can be hurt easily due to their sensitive nature. As they get older and learn from these experiences, you may find they become quite protective of themselves, and so may appear difficult to fathom or seem aloof, but they are protecting the sensitive core of their emotions. Gentleness and kindness, a sense of security are required in their relationships. Harsh words, actions cut deep. In the negative, they may be dreamy and unrealistic, oversensitive, prone to victim mentality, give up too easily, so not very gritty, easily led by others, and can be manipulative. They dislike speaking out, seeing doing so as confrontational. Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords representative as a woman on her own who has known suffering and suffered loss. Widowed, divorced, or long-term single. Sometimes childless. However, this is not always the case, and the personality traits are the best indication of inner strength. Good description here. A good description here, and this have been gained through the experience of personal pain and suffering, so there is perhaps an element of traditional meaning still relevant. As a married person, she would have an independent streak, seemingly not need to rely on her partner to feel emotionally fulfilled and taken care of. She's happy and contented in her own right, capable of taking care of her own affairs, emotionally not needy. Queen of Swords is simply strong and independent woman. She is very supportive as long as she's on your side. But if she's not on your side, I'm going to stop here. Off with your head. Queen of Swords don't take no shit. And this is also my bitch card. Okay? All right. I'm going to cut some of these short. King of Swords for me is the reader. That's just like the Queen of Swords is my bitch card, this is my asshole card. However, he's strong. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. This is your boss. This is that dad that's stern or doesn't let you go any fucking where. But like I said, at the end of the day, he also knows what he wants. He's mature, he's stable, he's abundant, and he's going to handle business. King of Swords. It's also the one that will cut you off and don't want to hear shit else out of you. King of Cups. King of Cups is loving, caring, nurturing. That's if you're a daddy's girl, this would be your dad. Okay? This is the one that's going to offer you the love. This is the one that you really kind of want to be more in a husband material energy. He's going to be loving, caring, sensitive to your thoughts. He's going to listen to your problems. He's going to be understanding. He's going to be loyal. All right? You're King of Cups. And he's got love for you. Lots and lots of love for you. I miss the Queen of Pentacles. She's going to be stable. She's going to be hardworking. She's going to be abundant. She's going to hold it down. She's going to keep that budget tight. She's going to keep the house clean. She's going to be an earner and a go-getter. And she's going to make sure that you have everything that you need. All right? Stability. Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands. That's my hoe card, but it can also mean Aries, and it can also mean that someone is a hard worker. But I call it my fuckboy card. Because while the King of Wands is usually indicative of a married man, however, he's usually not too damn faithful. He's flighty. He's in and out. He's on and off. This is as a reader, my fuckboy card. But the general meaning may vary a little bit. It depends on how it comes out and in what spread. Because like I said, it can also mean somebody that's a hard worker and very passionate. They just might be passionate with a lot of people. Okay? All right. Um, King of Pentacles, he's going to be stable. He's going to be abundant. Did I do Knight of Pentacles? Because it's still sitting here. He's going to be stable. Your King of Pentacles. He's going to be abundant. He's going to have that paper, boo-boo. He's going to be there. He's going to take his time. He's not going anywhere. He's going to take care of you. He's going to keep them bills paid. He's going to make sure that money is right. King of Pentacles, stable, abundant. I don't know. I think I might have missed Knight of Pentacles because it's still sitting here. But Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck. He's going to be a sure bet, though. He's on his way. If he says he's coming, he's coming. He just has to plan it. He has to take his time. He has to make sure it's safe. He has to make sure he delivers it and the cake is still intact. He's going to be there, but everything is going to be right when he arrives. He's trustworthy. He's stable, but he's on the way. All right, now, whew, shit, y'all. Major Arcana. Damn. Yeah. At 10:13, y'all. All right, here we go. The Fool card. All right. The Fool card. When the Fool appears in a reading, it suggests unexpected opportunities will suddenly appear that will bring welcome changes. You need to remain open as there will involve the need to make a major choice seemingly out of the blue. There are moments in life when you need to take a leap of faith and travel long paths that are unknown, but we grow as a result of our experiences. The Fool card. Take a leap of faith. Just do it. Don't overthink it. I know it seems risky, but just go for it. Take a leap of faith. It can also mean don't be a dumbass. Depends on how it comes out. It can't mean somebody is acting foolish. The Magician card. You have all the skills and the ability required to handle a task well and bring it to successful conclusion. Just like the Magician, you must apply yourself with concentration and willpower in order to exceed. You have all the potential to do so. This is the time for action and initiative in any new ventures. You need to have confidence that you are indeed heading in the right direction. For me as a reader, I might need to go roll for some of the major arcana. This is my manifestation card. This is you can do anything that you have you have the power to do and manifest anything that you put your mind to. However, it's also my fuckery card because as you know, throughout time and anything you've ever watched about magicians, they can also be tricksters. So this is either a card for me, it's either a card of manifestation or fuckery. Somebody's trying to trick you. Somebody's trying to do smoke and mirrors your ass. Okay? One of the two. Manifestation or fuckery. The Magician card. The High Priestess card represents mysteries and secrets and indicates that there is more depth to some matter than you have seen thus far. Something's being hidden, done under the dark, something you don't see. That's why I always clarify the High Priestess card. Why is she here? Is what I always say. With the right cards, it can show a secret becoming known that would be to your benefit. At this time, you need to follow your intuition and trust your High Priestess and trust your instincts. High Priestess always carries a message of potential yet unexplored, perhaps, or unfulfilled. Look at the situation again. You may have missed something. The influence of the card is the feminine nature, relating to the psyche, and so represents spirituality and esoteric matters, wisdom, and the desire for knowledge and learning. It may also show an interest in the deeper, more complex aspects of life. I should have gone over the Fool card, Aries. Some people read the Magician card as Pisces. The High Priestess card, some people read that card as Taurus. Okay, we got the Empress card. What? The Empress represents growth, prosperity, and fertility. She brings happy conclusions to matters and promises of good rewards for work and efforts. The Empress brings situation into fruition. It's also my mommy card, my baby mama card, my pregnancy card, the Empress card. Okay? Something new, new beginnings. It's a card of nurturing in all forms, it says. Turning into potential fulfilled, creative, good work endeavors, but also with children and the family can represent pregnancy, birth, or other motherhood, or solid, happy relationships and marriage, accompanying cards with provided support. She can represent a mother figure. Um, it should be, it's usually considered a positive card, depending on what it's coupled with, because, in a baby mama situation, Emperor card, which is Aries energy. When the Emperor appears, it's a sign of financial stability, ambition, authority, and achievement. Keep a calm head. Make a decision based on facts. Don't be overly influenced by your emotion. A powerful card, a wonderful omen for business and career matters. It shows great progress. This card suggests you're in a powerful position to achieve your goal in a relationship. It reminds us to look at the situation in a more rational manner. Don't become overly emotional regarding the issues. Look at things with a clear head in order to achieve successful results and financial stability for your family. It can represent a powerful male influence or female influence. It doesn't matter. The Hierophant card. Help from a wise or trusted person, such as a mentor, teacher, or religious figure who is respected in the local community, but certainly someone who the client holds in trust and high regard. It can also refer to large institutions such as hospitals, educational establishments, government offices, churches, or large organizations. It also suggests conformity to conventional ways or a set of working or thinking where it is difficult to implement change. It can be representative of traditional values, morals and ethics, or the need to find a deeper meaning in life. For me, when the Hierophant comes out, I say in relationship issues, I say that it means someone is either asking for forgiveness, because what do you go to church and kneel in front of the preacher to the priest? I blinked. I buffered. So I don't know what you missed. Hierophant. What else do you go to church to kneel in front of a preacher to do? You're either there to do one or two things. You're either there to ask for forgiveness or ask for guidance. Or so I say this is a forgiveness card for me, depending on how it comes out. I say it's a marriage card because you also go to the altar to get married and ask for guidance. Okay, so if it comes out in a religious, in a romantic spread for me as a reader, somebody is married legally. They went to that altar. All right, the Lover's card. Hierophant card is represented by Taurus. What was before that? Okay, Aries, Taurus. The Lover's card, Gemini. The image of this card portrays more than mere words could hope to convey. Simply speaking, it represents human love and relationships. Here we have the harmony of the combined polarities, male and female, the perfect union expressed through love. The artwork, I want to talk about the artwork. The lovers are often depicted three people and indicated choices with the possibility reference of temptation of the no. Soulmate connection. Okay, that's how I look at the Lover's card. I don't know what the hell this is. Lovers is a positive card. It could represent a choice, possibly a passionate decision. That's one way to read it. It can represent a passionate decision between two options. But for the most part, in a love spread, it's going to mean the lovers, the soulmate card. That's your person. And it's the divinely guided situation, because there's an angel of some kind or some type of deity looking down over and blessing this couple who are tied together. Tarot's apprentice enlightened me to the fact that the couple in the card is supposed to be Adam and Eve, and they're supposed to be naked in the Garden of Eden. Naked in the garden. All right? The lovers, the divine, a divinely guided connection. All right? Soulmates. Also, Gemini. Like I said, the Chariot card, card of triumph, but not without effort. Movement. I say the Chariot card is movement. Forward movement. Somebody's moving somewhere. Somebody's moving quickly. Somebody's moving fast. It may not be good because it may be moving. It may be somebody moving too fast. It may need to be thought through. It can indicate travel. Okay. But it may not be successful if you move quickly or don't think it through. All right. So cover all your bases if you're moving in Chariot card energy. Fast, quick movement. Chariot card, Cancer, right? Yes, Cancer. Chariot card. Strength card, Leo. You have inner strength. Just strength overall. Period. There's no other way. It is what it is. It's strength of some kind, any kind, but not like the brute force strength. You know what I mean? Like an inner strength, like strength from within. Because she's taming this lion calmly. She's not beating the lion. She's not yelling at the lion. She's pleasing the lion. She's taming him. She's loving him to get her way. This is that inner strength, that good strength, that regal strength, that royal strength. Okay? Because she's a queen. She's got that crown on her head. All right? Infinite strength. Inner strength. Strength card. Leo. The Hermit card. Virgo. Careful thought, contemplation, and withdrawal from the outside world in order to reflect and inner wisdom. Now that one I resonate with. The card indicates that you have all the answers you need within yourself. Perhaps you need to do some introspection in order to access them. When I see the Hermit card, you either are going to end up by yourself or you need to be by yourself and do some inner work, some shadow work and reflection. Hermit card. Virgo. Wheel of Fortune. The card of destiny, positive. It brings positive change and fortune unless badly surrounded by other cards. It can indicate the commencement of a new cycle when progress can be made. It is also important to make the most of this fortune at this time. Change is always around the corner. For me as a reader, though, it also means you can be stuck in a cycle with somebody that's never ending. You just keep going around and around like a rat wheel, depending on how it lands or what's around it. Okay? Justice card. Balance. Libra energy. Justice card. Balanced. Logic. Weigh your options. It can represent legal issues. It can represent fairness. It can represent getting what you deserve or someone getting what you deserve or karma. Justice. The Hangman talks about looking at something from a different point of view. Life may seem to be in a period of suspension, but this offers the opportunity to look at matters from a different and fresh perspective, which will bring a positive solution through better understanding. This card can indicate self-sacrifice. Sometimes we need to let go of something in order something in the short term to gain something in the longer term. It can represent delayed gratification, a form of self-sacrifice or self-discipline. The Hangman card, despite its appearance, is not one to be feared. Remember, the figure is voluntarily in this position. It also said that the Hangman is looking for enlightenment or a better way, or possibly just kind of stepping back. It's like it says, to look at the bigger picture. All right? They're doing something different. If the Hangman comes up in a love reading where you may be dealing with an ex, for instance, I say that the person is going to come back saying, I see things differently now. I'm enlightened. Baby, I've changed. The Hangman. Excuse me. The Death card. Death and renewal. Only once ever has this card come out to me and meant actual death. It would depend on the card surrounding it. But transformation, because nothing can die. Nobody dies. They just go somewhere else. They just go to another realm. Your spirit exits your body. It goes on to do whatever it needs to do in the afterlife. It does not die. No form of energy can die. It must transmute. It must turn or form something else. Renewal. Nothing dies. It is born. It was reborn. And I have another deck, the Light Seers Tarot, which the card does say that. It says renewal. And like I said, in the good tarot, I kept it out. The death card, number 13, is transformation. Nothing dies. It simply transmutes. All right? Transformation. Death. The devil card. Temptation. Oh, temperance. I'm sorry. Let's do temperance first. Temperance. Moderation, having patience and the ability to compromise and seek satisfactory solutions. Diplomacy and cooperation and balancing of emotions. It's a card of successfully integrating positive choices. With harmony and compatibility, it can suggest a perfect union. It can also represent receptive information for reconciliation to take place, where justice represents balanced thought. Temperance stands for balanced emotions. Always lovely and gentle card when it appears in readings. The temperance angel often brings healing. It's a card of healing. It's a card of repair. And in the good tarot, it's the patience card. Okay? Temperance. The devil card. Oh, temptation, addiction, toxicity, strong connection. It doesn't always have to be bad in that way, because if sometimes in reference to a relationship, it could just mean you can't keep your damn hands off each other. You addicted to each other. You got to have each other. You are drawn to each other and you just can't go on. So it can mean addiction to a person, a place, a thing, a substance, a habit, an attachment. It can mean toxicity or something is bad. Yes, it can. So in the good tarot, she called it temptation. Temptation. Okay. Da 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 da. The devil card. Capricorn. All right. Capricorn energy. I'm sorry. The temperance card is Sagittarius energy. The death card is Scorpio energy. All right. The Tower card. Whoa, the Tower card. Where are you? Oh, wait, we're not there yet? Did I miss you? Wait a minute. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. All right. The Tower card. Simple. I'm not even going to read from the book. Something needs to come down. The tower needs to be struck. The tower has been struck. It doesn't have to be a major, upsetting, life-changing event. Yes, it can be a total wrecking ball. However, it can simply be a thought. It doesn't have to be something major that pops off. I say this all the time. It can be a revelation or an awakening. It can be a thought. You ever had a thought just like a light switch? Somebody hit a light switch in your mind and you went, oh, okay. I see. Tower moment. Oh, some shit gonna change. I get it now. You see what I'm saying? Or it could be a wrecking ball. It could be, Lord, this fool done stole my car and wrecked it and has no explanation, and now what I'm gonna do? Okay, so you need to go and I need to get my life together and this is over. It can be that type of shit, or it can just simply be a revelation, a tower moment. This is the way sometimes when you don't want to realize some things, the universe's way of coming in and making you realize some things. However, once the tower has been struck down, it must be rebuilt. You have to start over. You have to build it from the ground up on a firm new foundation. The Tower card. It's God's source spirit way of coming in, clearing out some shit, and making some things right. Okay? All right. Janice Klein, could you refrain from making random and useless comments in my, matter of fact, just, because it clutters up my chat and I can't pay attention to what my people are saying. And I may be missing comments from people that have questions, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and neither does anybody else. So just, I silenced you. Let's just remain quiet. Thank you, K-Ma, because like you said, what the fuck are you talking about? Thank you. And you're a moderator, K-Ma. If you need to shut somebody up, shut them bitches' asses up, K-Ma. You got the magic wand. Touch that screen, girl. Touch it. Touch it, honey. Touch it. All right. Let's move on. We had a tower moment. Perfect example. Let's move forward. Yes. The star card. The star card is a card of hope. It brings a sense of optimism and tells us to have faith, safe in the knowledge that better times are ahead of us. Star card can bring healing after illness. It's a beautiful aspect and always a welcome card in any situation. It tells us to have belief in ourselves, our plans, our hopes, our wishes, our dreams. A new relationship aspected with this card would tend to show shared harmony and a good future. For those who've been hurt in love, the star card provides the confidence to leave the past behind and find love again, knowing what you want, need, and desire. What do I call it? I say my hope, your hopes and wishes and dreams. The star card. Beautiful. No, came on. No, honey. I know y'all. I don't know who that was. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about, child. I can't. Honey, y'all better, I'm teaching. Y'all better hit that. Y'all better use your moderator skills. Use it. The moon card. Illusionary situations, possible possible deceptions, and feelings of uncertainty. Emotions are highly charged and fluctuating, like a pendulum swinging back and forth. Somebody is unstable. They in their feelings with the moon card. And they might not be telling you. There's something they're not telling you. They might not even be sure what to tell you. They probably just overall confused. They just don't know. They wishy-washy. They up and down. They in and out. The moon card is Pisces energy, y'all. Did I miss? Who was that? The star. The tower is also Scorpio energy. The star card is Aquarius energy. I said that the devil is Capricorn. The death card is Scorpio. Okay, like I said, the tower card is also Scorpionic energy. The moon card is Pisces energy. Like I said, things done in the dark, under the shadows, behind the scenes, things that may be hidden. Like I said, just uncertainty. The moon card, depending on how it falls out, could mean there's a secret and something somebody's not telling you. Or like I said, something's been done in the dark. The things about things being done in the dark is that they don't stay there. They come to the light. The sun card, which is also Leo energy. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot, for it brings happiness, success, and triumph. Excellent relationships, happy marriage, contentment, prosperity, good health. The sun tends to shine favorably upon any situation. When this card is present, it is important to make the most of the favorite, just happiness. The sun is shining. It's just happy. It's just happy card. Just happy, happy. Leo. The Judgment card. Resurrection. Let me see what it says about the Judgment card. Because when I see it in a relationship situation, especially when y'all be asking about those exes, I call it resurrection, reconciliation, bringing something back to life, because that's what this is. This is Gabriel calling everybody out from the grave in order to be resurrected when he is risen again, when they are risen again, when the Bible says thou shalt be risen again in Revelations. Okay? Not a Christian, but I take the book for what it's worth, and a lot of those aspects apply to. And I took World Religions 1 and 2. You have to have your education on everything. The one thing about Christianity I do not like is half of y'all don't even know what's in that book, but y'all swear by it. Can you study it? Most pagans know more about what's in there than y'all do. Can you all get y'all shit together? I'm just saying. I'm just having a MissNJoy moment. Moving forward. Know what's in there. I know what's in there. Do you know what's in there? I met a Christian one time. I said something about Yahweh, and she went, "Who is Yahweh?" I was floored. You do not even know the name of thy God, but you follow. Bless your hearts. and you don't understand Sophocles, you can barely understand Shakespeare, but yet you want to tell me that you fully understand the King James version. Come again? Yeah. Moving forward, judge judgment. Like I said, for me, it says this card represents Judgment Day and represents karma. Okay? I never looked at it as karma. Maybe I should. Okay. Um, Judgment is known as the karmic card. Judgment, let me try it again. Judgment is known as the karmic card. As you sow, so shall you reap. The results of the seed you have previously planted and your past efforts are now being rewarded. A card depiction depicting the resurrection indicates renewal and revival. There you go. Dormant matters coming back to life. So I do read it right. With the Judgment card, it is possible to make a new start, but it is important to take stock before positively moving forward again. Ha! What do I say? In a card, any spread where a resurrection or a reconciliation, especially a love spread, is called out, even if it's just a job that someone is wanting you to come back to, or a situation, any situation that someone is returning to, that wanting you to return to, that you have been a part of before, and it might not have ended so well. You need to evaluate that situation to make sure that that is, and take stock of it, to make sure that that is a situation that is worth allowing to be revived or brought back or reconciled into your life. Okay? However, it says it's important to take stock before positively moving forward again. This is a general feeling of rejuvenation and health matters showing improvement. This card represents a time to be happy with new beginnings afoot. That's my word, afoot. When I say that with the Magician card and it's in the negative, I say there is fuckery afoot. Ha, there's fuckery afoot. And I got that from Amy Winehouse. If you ever with the song, Me and Mr. Jones, she starts with, what kind of fuckery is this? And when she was asked about that particular song in an interview, which really they were prodding at the fact that supposedly the Mr. Jones she's singing about, me and Mr. Jones, is referring to Nas, the rapper, Nasir Jones. Google it. It went down. They had a thing. Dead ass. Khalees bitched about it. Anyway, that's what they were prodding at in the interview when they asked her about said song. However, what she responded with was explaining that relationships, as you get into them, can go either way. A lot of times you think a person is there for your greatest and highest of good, but they're not. She said there's often fuckery afoot. And me and my son were watching it. My oldest son, we died when she said that shit. And everyone was like, Ma, she said there is fuckery afoot. I said, right? Okay, so that's where that comes from. When you hear me say on my channel, there's fuckery afoot when the Magician card comes out. Okay. Last but not least, the end all, be all, the World card. XXI, baby. Having learned the lessons presented by all of the previous card in the major arcana, we finally arrive at the World card. The World brings the assurance of success, victory, and triumph. This card doesn't indicate overnight success, but rather the accomplishment of the goal that has been steadily worked towards. Rewards are well-deserved, and you will feel delighted with your achievements. Success, attainment, confidence, happiness, and a sense of completion and fulfillment are all indicated. With supporting cards, the World may also represent traveling or a new home that brings happiness. We also, as readers, I feel interestingly about it because a lot of cards read the World card as the end of a cycle, but I kind of don't. A cycle ends, but just as with the Death card, there's also something new beginning. So when I see it in a relationship, I don't really read it as it's over. There's lots of other cards to let me know that the shit is over. Like the Eight of Cups, somebody's walking away from your ass. But a completion of a cycle, even within a relationship, can mean that things have gotten better or things have changed. Because people do change, even when there's fuckery afoot. And you have the King of Wands fuckboy cards floating around, and you've had Three of Swords situations. I am a reader for love. I struggle, honestly, when y'all ask me shit about your careers and your jobs, and Spirit still does usually give me that knowledge, but I'm here for love. That's what I do. My Taurus is in Venus. I am the embodiment of love. Um, when your Taurus is in Venus, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, so that's in its own house. And Venus, duh, the goddess of love. So, even within a relationship, when you see the World card, it can mean that a cycle has ended, but a new cycle has begun. It can mean that things have changed and have moved into a beautiful and positive direction. So I don't really see it as the end. I do see it at the end of a cycle, but not the end period like a lot of others readers do. I never, ever will tell you, well, sometimes, I take that back, I'm lying. Sometimes I'll tell you some shit is completely over, get over it. But y'all don't want to hear that anyway. But my thing is, energies do change and people do change, and you never know what life has for you. When I read and people, I don't read it or give predictions usually for more than 4 months out. When I gave a special year before last where I did, you could make one purchase, and I think I did it for 150, where you could get readings for the whole year. You had a beginning of the year reading, a middle of the year reading, and an end of the year reading, and then in between you had quarterly readings every 4 months. So I think that's how I did it. And I don't like to go any more than 4 months out at a time, because energies can change. And in a situation, in a relationship, especially like I'm trying to get my queen moderator to see, Marie, that things change and you never know what holds, your Venus is in Taurus as well, the Aries. See, a lot of Aries suns have Venus in Taurus, a lot. And because you're only going to be two signs in either direction of your Venus sign. So, like, if you're Venus in Taurus, you're either going to be an Aries or Pisces, or a Taurus or a Leo. You get what I'm saying? You're going to go in either one or two. You're going to go two signs in either direction. Or is it Leo? Does it go all the way to I mean, a Taurus or a Cancer, right? No. It's Taurus or Gemini. Taurus or Gemini. Duh. Right? Yeah. I've been up here for a while, y'all. Bear with me. Or does it go to Cancer? It might go to Cancer. But yeah. So if your Taurus is in Venus, you're either an Aries, a Pisces, a Gemini, or a Cancer. A Taurus, Gemini, or a Cancer. Okay, so, and that goes for anywhere. Like if you're, like Kayma just said, she's the Venus in Aries. So you're either going to be a Taurus or a Cancer, or I'm sorry, a Taurus or a Gemini, or you're going to be a Aries or Pisces or an Aquarius. Okay, so but you never know what the future holds. You could break up with someone and then come back around 10 years later. In the state of North Carolina, there's a whole law set up because where you have to wait, you have to be separated 2 entire years before you can even file for divorce. And then you got to wait another year because they get tired of people remarrying. You got divorced and then they got remarried. So you never know. While you don't want that person now, energies do change. In 5 or 10 years from now, or even 15 years from now, you could end up in a whole nother cycle with a whole new individual, because if you're the same person after 10 damn years, there's a motherfucking problem and you need to do some self-evaluation. Okay? All right, so now let's get into the last of what I wanted to talk about when it comes to tarot. Um, Readers. I was skeptical about doing this. I might do an actual class. Hell, if that's wasn't what this is at this point, this was a whole tarot class. Um, I might do an actual class that goes deeper. I feel a little better about it now that I've read through the energies because my understanding of the cards is very pretty close to what the book actually said most of them are. Like I said, I wasn't taught by book. So I was taught by person. And I was taught that way because I do have psychic abilities and I'm an intuitive reader. So you have two kinds of readers. You have readers that are intuitive readers, and they may go, okay, I'll take that back. I'll break it down into three types of readers. You have an intuitive reader that has they may have no knowledge of what the cards actually mean. They may just look at the cards and the pictures and the depictions and pull an energy from that. Or their spirit may talk to them about that particular card or give them a message from that particular card. If they're clairaudient and they hear, speak, and possibly see and communicate with spirits. You have the other end of the spectrum, which will be a technical reader. That's a reader that has no clue. They do not claim to be psychic or anything of that nature or have any type of clairvoyance. And they just know the technical meanings of the cards, how they relate to each other, what this card means with that card, yada, yada, yada. But they have no psychic ability. They're a technical, strictly reader. And then you have me, who's in between. I know the meanings of my cards. I know what each and every one of them mean. However, I'm also an intuitive reader. I can look at a card that's normally bad, and I know to clarify it because there's something deeper there. For those of you who are my regular subscribers, you've seen me pull a damn devil card and be like, nah, wait a minute. And then clarify that shit, and it said something positive in the end or in the clarification. So not only that, but I do indeed get messages from my cards. So I'll be reading and I will look at the cards. I'll study the cards. I'll stop. I'll focus on the card. A card will call to me. And I'll just be like, my eyes just keep going back to that card. My energy keeps getting drawn back to that card. And I'm like, wait a minute. This card is trying to say something. Spirit is trying to give me a message through this card. And then as I focus on it or as I clarify it, the message will become clearer. So I'm both an intuitive reader, and sometimes, most of the time, I'll have the message before I even pull the cards. A lot of times the cards are just for y'all. I have the message before y'all, the minute y'all ask the question, because spirit will go ahead and guide me. And it's like that when I do the dailies or my regular all signs reads as well. So you have three different types of readers out there. You're going to pick the type of reader that resonates with you. You're going to pick a reader that resonates with you. It's just like going to church. You don't go to every church. If you're a parishioner that goes to a traditional type of church setting, or if you've ever been to any traditional type church settings, which regardless of what we believe, most of us have been to church with somebody. Because I grew up on Long Island, and there are so many, New York was a melting pot. So you have people from all over the world there. And I had friends of all different nationalities and what's the word I'm looking for? Nationalities and denominations. And so when you spent the night at somebody's house, you went to church wherever they went to church. If you spent Saturday night, wherever they went when they got up in the morning, you took your ass. And your parents were told, the Catholic kids were cool because you could go in your regular clothes to mass. I didn't mind. Even my Jewish friend, no, we used to dress a little bit. I would go one of my best friends, several of my best friends, Marina Zahn. You got up, you went to synagogue. If you were there. If I stayed with a friend, Farah, she was Middle Eastern. You got up, you went to mosque. You know what I'm saying? I've had other Muslim friends. You get up, you go where they go. You worship where they worship. Of course, I have my black friends, my Pentecostal friends, my Baptist friends, my AME Zion friends. You got up, you took your ass to church. Do you know what I'm saying? And not every church, not every minister, not every preacher is going to touch your spirit. Not every leader is going to resonate with you. Not every speaker is going to resonate with you. Even in your general speakers of general politics, some people followed Trump. That's who they resonated with. Others of us are still getting over Obama and miss him dearly. Some people liked Clinton, some people didn't like Clinton. To me, that was the first black president. That was my boy. Um, uh, some people don't like. I mean, it's the same. You're going to pick somebody who resonates with you. You're going to pick somebody, and even speaker wise, you were either on Malcolm X's side or you were on Martin Luther King's side. You either by any means necessary or peace at all costs. I was with Malcolm. Any means necessary. So if you're gonna have a gun, bitch, I'm gonna have a gun, bitch. So you want to pick a reader that resonates with you. I've clicked on readers that just disturbed my entire spirit, and I had to click off real quick. Oh God, shit! I can't stand a whispering reader. I'll be asleep. I need somebody that's going to keep me awake, keep my attention, keep my personality, deliver the message, deliver it in a hard truth, and deliver it in a real fashion. There's some of us up here like this. We get the least circulation. I don't get circulation because I use dirty words. I'll cuss, and I'll cuss somebody out. So hopefully, maybe one day I'll circulate a little bit more. But for now, I'm good. I'm not going to conform to being someone I'm not. I am who I am, and I'm not going to change that for YouTube. So you have to pick a reader that resonates with you. Even with a reader that resonates with you, their message is not always going to be for you. Don't get pissed off at me because the message wasn't for you today. There was another Gemini in my collective, and they needed their message today. So that might not have been for you. And then you have to learn how to decode a message. I might have delivered a message in a manner that was about love. However, it might have been about your job. You might not be getting along with people in the workplace. It might not be about a relationship. It might be about something with you and your mom. It might be about, like I said, about something with you and your job. You have to learn how to interpret a message as they come. One of my subscribers, Water Grove High Priestess, she is beautiful at that. I can deliver a message that has an underlying meaning, and she will find that meaning, well, no matter what or how I summed up the basis of that message. You have to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. You also have to recognize that free will is a thing. Sometimes the message is a head up. If you don't want to have that argument, or you don't want to have that bad day, or you don't want to leave that person, then just don't. But someone else in the collective may have. Okay, I'm not just reading for you. I'm reading for whoever tends to watch it. I don't know if it shows it on the other side, like when y'all look at my page or y'all look at the video, but sometimes, I don't know if you can see it, but it tells me I have anywhere from 50 to 100 views on each video. So that's a collective of people that are tuning into my dailies on the daily because they're looking for a message. And while today there might not be a message from Spirit for them because they don't need it, but tomorrow there may be a message from Spirit for you. So don't get pissed off at a reader because that wasn't your message today, or that didn't apply to you. That may not be your reader. Like Cancer Moon Tarot said, something ain't right, really. You have a lot going on. If I resonate with you every single damn day, you got a lot going on. Now, sometimes my readings will pick up on a situation, and it's possible that there's a few people that are going through that same situation that need that same guidance, and their storyline tends to run for a few days. It happens. Usually in my collectives, like sometimes I'll have my Aquariuses have gone through a rough patch as of late. And it's starting to get better, and they're starting to come out and move into the other side of it. And that's a beautiful thing. I had a point where Libras couldn't get a good read to save their asses. And I was like, damn, what's going on with my Libra family? Lately, Capricorn, my Cappies have been happy as fuck. I hope that resonates with each and every one of my Capricorns out there. But somewhere there's a sad Capricorn that watched me that was like, this shit don't resonate at all. I mean, that's how it goes. So watch how energies run. The other thing I wanted to talk about was your questions. Y'all, time is something we created. Clocks, calendars, shit of that nature. It's something that we created. That lies in the fact, like with my birthday. My birthday is April Fool's Day. Do you know why it's called April Fool's Day? Because New Year's Day was not always January 1st. New Year's Day was April 1st. Why was New Year's Day April 1st? Because it was considered the beginning of spring. the beginning of the fresh new cycle for the year. Doesn't that make sense? Instead of the middle of the fucking winter. So somebody somewhere, for whatever reason, decided we're going to move New Year's. It's been April 1st, but we're going to move it. We're going to move it to January 1st. Let's go. And there were people who said, nah, that shit ain't right. That don't make sense. So they continued to work to follow New Year's, April 1st, as New Year's Day. And people began to call them fools, and began to prank them and play jokes on them. So that's where April Fool's Day came from. All right? So clocks, daylight savings time, shit of that nature, people did. We did down here in the 3D. If you go to the other side, if you go to other realms, there's no clock. Spirits don't have clocks. They don't have calendars. They can't tell you when. That's why it's called divine timing. So please stop asking me when some shit is going to happen, because not one, other than telling me that it's going to happen in Taurus season or Virgo season or Aries season or something of that nature, none of these cards tell me what time anything is going to fucking happen. None of these cards say 3 months from now, 2 months from now, a week from now, next Monday. None of these cards say that. The other thing these cards will not tell me is that you're going to meet somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes. They're going to be 5'3". You're not really going to like the fact that they're short. And they're going to be, now it might tell me King of Swords, he's going to be an asshole or an alpha male. It might tell me Queen of Cups, she's going to be a very sweet person or very kind. It's not going to tell me certain, quit asking me who. Unless you're giving me a very specific, unless you're going to say to me, it's either a Taurus or a Virgo or something like that. And I can see if it'll give me some type of message there. Or it might tell me, okay, it's somebody you dealt with in the past or something like that. Quit asking me who's coming towards you. Stop. Or who is interested in me. Or who is, I need more specific. If you got 2 options, we can weed that shit out and break that shit down. But just to ask me who's coming out of the clear blue sky, the best bet is that I can maybe channel it. Because I have done that. I have seen who a person is going to. I've seen it. I've done it 3 times now. 3 damn times. Oh, I'm not even in the chat. Why am I not in the chat? What did I do that I got out of the chat? Oh, I answered somebody's damn text. Let me get back in the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. So, right, Aries, time is an illusion. Okay. Okay, all right. See, let me read to you what some of my subscribers are saying for those of you who aren't going to look at the chat. The Aries says, they told me of the spiritual power in art, which is how I read the cards. So Aries looks at the depiction of the cards. Came off says, my primary cards are gold playing cards. They show me what's going on in the reflection. All right? And so, I mean, everybody reads differently. Everybody reads very differently. I have different decks. Sometimes that's why I pulled this deck out. Because some of the depictions and some of the cards and other decks may say something differently. Like than the normal meaning of the card. And I use this one because the Wheel of the Year Tarot is one of those cards that really seriously does that. Whereas some are the same. I have, where's the 7 of Pentacles? This one talks about both. Because see how the Devil card, the Devil's not present in the card, but this is a deck that really reads for love energies. And see how it's more so not that they're toxic, but they're enthralled in the flames of passion? Honey, that's the Devil card you want in your life. So you have to look at the way different tarot card readers say. You can't hate when people come into my chat, they ask me a question, I'm answering the question, and I call out my cards, and I show you your cards. And people will be like, well, it can also mean, no, that's not what I told you it meant. That's not what my spirit told me, admin, and that's not what for me, like in this deck, the Seven of Swords is a third party card as well. Because look how the card is set up. All right. Um, for me, the Seven of Pentacles in this deck is a pregnancy card because she's pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at the different depictions as well. So the Aries is on point when he says the art speaks to him through the cards. That's a way to read. And you can't knock those readers. I'm gonna talk a little more about some cards in a minute though. What was I talking? Divine timing. So quit asking tarot card readers when. We can get a message from spirit about it sometimes, but don't bank on it. We can try, but I'm not making you any promises that I can tell you when some shit is going to go down in your life, because it could depend on you. You could have some work to do, or there could be a person that you're supposed to be with, but they still have work to do. And you can't put a time on when that person is going to get that shadow work or that learning lesson or that experience done. Okay? And like the Aries said, time is truly an illusion. Kemal said they'll say I'm 3 days, and it'll be 2 months later or 2 hours later, right? Because they don't. There's no time to divine. It's called divine timing for a reason. Okay. Kemal said I hate that somebody said who got a Libra in their life when you showed the Justice card and you checked them. Right. I was so happy. Yeah, that's right. So don't tell me if I'm reading a card a certain way or a reader is reading a card a certain way. That's the way their spirit is telling them to read that card. If you want to see it differently, then get some cards and read for your damn self. Don't ask me shit, because I'm going to give you the message that I see. If that's not the message that you want, whatever. I had a young lady the other night who kept questioning me. She was like, but this, but that. Look, I told you the man wants you back. That's why he's bothering you. Okay, I told you the man wants you back. That's why he is bothering you. But, bitch. This is what I said. This is what these cards said. I don't give a fuck what other situations you got on going on, what you think, what don't make sense to you. I'm telling you, you asked about his energy. This is what it is. Have a good night. I answered your question. Who's next? Okay? So that's the other thing. Don't get on a read. If they're delivered the message, that's the message that their spirit and their cards had for you. If you don't like it, oh fucking well. Oh well. Oh well. Okay? What else do I want to touch on? Questions about other people. To an extent, if you have a question about your kid or your man or like a parent or somebody that's directly connected to you, usually I can or will read that energy for somebody else or from someone or a hater. If you want to know why somebody is jealous of you or when somebody doesn't like you, somehow it has to be related to a relevance of you in order for me to take the question. I had somebody to ask me about another relative, and I don't want to get in anybody else's business without their permission. So move forward. If you're one of my subscribers, know that I'm not answering a question about somebody else's life or somebody else's business that is not directly relevant or affects you. Okay? Not only that, but it's not always easy to tap into someone's energy who you're not directly in connection with. Okay? All right. And that's like lurking through somebody's house or mail or their phone without their permission. Okay, there is such a thing as tarot stalking. I will see what them exes doing though. All right, because that's relevant to you. It may be relevant to you. It really is if you love a person. Okay. Right there, right, y'all. People just want to hear what they want to hear. Like I had the chick the other night that the man is not gonna commit to you. He's not gonna. I don't care how many ways. It doesn't matter if he moves on to somebody else. Nothing you're asking matters. You're never gonna get what you deserve out of this person. If you want to stay and deal with it, Stay and deal with it. But to keep asking me like I'm gonna tell you something different, or you're gonna get a different answer, or you're gonna whatever you want to deal with this fuckery, deal with this fuckery. Leave me alone. But you're dealing with fuckery. So you want to get the message, you want to ask me 50 questions thinking you're going to get an outcome that's favorable to what you want. Oh yeah, well he's going to come around and love you again and be with you and commit to you. If that's not going to happen, that's not going to happen. No matter what question you ask or how you ask it or how many times you ask it. Okay? Now the other thing I wanted to address was this. Oh, I want to talk about oracle cards briefly. I have oracle cards. My oracle cards are used to give advice. Oracle cards are supposed to be used to give advice. They can be used to help determine outcomes and overall energies of situations. Just my personal opinion and belief is that no one should be reading. Somebody that reads entirely with oracle cards, don't waste your time. I wouldn't waste my time. I really wouldn't waste my time with that. That really does not seem legit to me. That's just my opinion. But someone who reads from oracle cards only, I'm clicking away immediately. That's not a tarot card reader. You're an oracle card reader. And what that is, I don't fucking know. Because these oracle cards can be vague. And what I do is tie my oracle cards in with a tarot message. And that resonates. Right, Tarot's Apprentice. Thank you, Tarot's Apprentice. Oracle cards are nice, like I said, but they're generic. When I use a tarot oracle card, it's usually for advice, or it ties in directly with the tarot message. So to go to a channel where somebody's reading all oracle cards, I wouldn't waste my energy. Okay? Yeah, because that's different areas if you're reading for yourself. Because you know what you're asking, you know specifically what you need, and it's probably going to resonate a little bit better if you're reading for yourself. The other thing that I don't do, that I see a lot of other readers do, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. I watched a reader, I've done it because before I did this, I watched this reader who does it religiously, and I counted. She called out 7 damn zodiac signs in a read. If I'm reading this, and I don't do it, and if you notice, if I do it, it's because Spirit tells me to, and I'm guided to. I don't do it regularly because to me, it's bullshit. To sit there and you're doing a love reading. First of all, you're reading for, say if you're doing a zodiac, each individual zodiac sign. Say you're doing tarot to Taurus, and you're reading for your collective love energy of your Taurus and of your Taurus collective, your Taurus subscribers. And you sit there and you say, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And then you throw in Scorpio, because Scorpio is Mars energy, and that ties in with Aries somewhat. So now at this point, you've called out 7 zodiac signs. You're either going to hit somebody. If you throw a rock in a room full of people, you're going to hit somebody. So you're either going to do one or two things when you're doing that. You're either going to alienate somebody, especially if you keep saying, oh, you're dealing with a Virgo. You're definitely dealing with a Virgo. So now you've either alienated somebody who needed that message, or you've hit somebody who is like, oh yeah, that's for me, and it may not be. So now you've sat here, and if you say you're either dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you're dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or possibly a Scorpio, now you've hit 7 fucking signs out of 12. Now, given that you also have people that factor in their person's sun, moon, rising, and Venus, Because even without knowing the time of birth, you can still calculate someone's sun sign and their Venus sign, as well as their Mercury. We'll talk about that in a minute too. Now, you've hit damn near everybody in the known zodiac. Why? 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 This is an absolute waste of breath and energies. Because you've either included somebody that didn't need that message, or you excluded somebody who's like, damn, she didn't mention my person sign. That's not for me. So I'm not doing, if you throw a rock in a room full of people, you're going to hit somebody. So like I said, you call out 7 zodiac signs, then you factor in that you have a sun, moon, rising, and Venus. You have more than likely hit. And it's just a ploy. It's just a tactic to keep you there. I don't do tactics. I don't do ploys. I don't do manipulation in my reads. You're getting 100%. Okay? Right, Aries. And then not only that, but you, like I said, you may alienate somebody. Somebody may be, you might be dealing with, like we said, we're both Taurus, Aries, and Taurus and Venus. Aries, some person could be watching that reading and they say, damn, my person is an Aries. But this person said you're dealing with a Taurus. So you could be dealing with the Aries that has Taurus and Venus. And if it's a love read, then that's how that person loves. And you completely eliminated the message from your mind because you're thinking, damn, she said Aries. And then that's not for me. But that person, like I said, could have Aries. You might not know all of that. Most people don't know all of their own zodiac placements, much less that of a person that they're loosely dealing with. It's pointless. It's a ploy, it's a tactic, it's manipulation. I don't do that. Period. The other thing that, oh God, what was it? Damn it, it was just in my head. Oh Lord. Y'all, oh, my pet peeve. People catch on to waves, if you get what I'm saying. The new thing, the what everybody else is doing type of energy. When people hear about something, whether they know about it or not, they want to incorporate it somehow into what they're doing, not knowing what the fuck they're doing. I do zodiac charts. I do natal work. I do astrology. I do certain things with astrology. I'm not one of those people that watches the stars daily. I don't do that. If I need to know what's going on, I can, if it's wonky and I need to know what the fuck is going on daily, I'll check and see what's going on in the ethers right now that everybody's going through some bullshit. And then I'll update y'all if I feel it's necessary, if there's crucial energy moving around. But I don't check on it daily. I ain't got time. But when I do comparisons and I do personality charts. So to help people learn about themselves, find their life paths, and find out how well they connect, don't connect, should they connect with others. If you're dealing with a crazy person, are you crazy? What you need to be watching out for, and things like that. I do helpful astrology. So that being said, and like I said, people catch on to or grab onto new waves of shit. So if they hear about something, everybody wants to jump on the fucking bandwagon and be bandwagon. That's what I mean. North Node. Subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, if you ever turn to a reading and that reader falls out their mouth with Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, click away immediately. Click away immediately, please. Immediately. Because there's no daily or monthly energy that's going to have anything to do with your North Node. North Node runs in such a large, it's something that doesn't move quite as often as North Node and Chiron. Your North, it doesn't change that much, that often. I think if you were born within a few months of someone, you're going to have the same North Node. Chiron is a long time in the same house. North nodes are a long time in the same area. North node is dealing with, I talked about this in astrology too. But like I said it to in reference to other readers, it's like I said, there's nothing about your North Node placement that can be spoken on a daily read, a weekly read, or even a monthly read, or even a yearly read. North Node is going to be in South Node speak to your past and present life path over your entire life. It is not going to talk about any current energies like that. It is not going to affect your daily life on that level. North and South Node, if you come to me, I'm going to look at your North and South Node to help you determine what you did and what you learned and how your past life affects your present life path. It talks about what you did and who you were in your past life and what you are doing and what you need to be doing in your present life and moving forward. So if you click on a message and has nothing to do with your past or present life readings, they should not be talking about your North Node. So if you click on somebody that goes Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, or Sun, Moon, and North Node, click off immediately. They don't know what the entire FINUC they're talking about. Okay? Okay. I'm just putting it out there. There are other reads that, like, if it's possibly your Mercury could come into play, depending on what the read is about, or your Jupiter or your Saturn, if it's about work or money or something like that. Possibly. But make sure the reader knows what the fuck they're talking about. They don't, if they say North Node on any level, click away immediately. They're entirely bullshit, and they're entirely bullshitting you. Okay? And Sunshine and Rainbows readers. If somebody's reader, she's not on. And I used to watch her because she was very good technically. There was a reader that was always negative. Man, I'd see her pull a happy card and I'd be like, the sun card is there. You're not going to address the sun card. You're just going to tell somebody it's a bad relationship, get out. Every message was leave, leave. They don't respect you. They're cheating. They're lying. Leave. Every reading was negative. And then the other spectrum. If every reading is happy, get the fuck out. Every day is not happy. Every situation is not good. I'm not. I give you what it is. If it's happy, it's happy. If it's sad, it's sad. If it's pitiful, it's pitiful. If it's funny, it's funny. I mean, Sunshine and Rainbow readers, run. Okay. Right, Tarot the Print, right. So you mean I'm dealing with the whole world. Yep. Yep. So I have several readers. I'm blessed in that my collective, my subscribers are very well knowledgeable, even if it just comes from watching me on and off for years now. They are very, I have a lot of other readers in my camp, in my subscribership. I have a lot of other just people even that read for themselves, very esoteric. I have a beautiful spiritual soul family here at MissNJoy Tarot. So I'm going to take this time now. This has been a topic, y'all. This has been a topic. I might do a class because this was a lot. And this is pretty much a class. This was pretty much a tarot class. I would like to go deeper into what cards mean what together. And how they relate to one another. People who read reversals, that's another thing. There are readers that read reversals. Tarot's Apprentice is with me on this. Every now and then, I'll be called to read a reversal. Every now and then. But it's rare, and my spirits will guide me to do so. But Tarot's Apprentice is in the camp with me on this when I say I read uprights, because then I'll clarify. And there are good cards and there are bad cards. And if it's meant to be reflected in a bad light, a bad card to clarify it will come out. That's why there are good cards and bad cards. So I really prefer to read uprights. Right, Tarot's Apprentice. So it depends on the card. Thank you, the Aries. You've sat in with me a long time. You usually be in and out. You wanted to be here for this one. Thank you, the Aries. Right, Tarot's Apprentice. There are 78 cards. I don't need more unless Spirit says so. Right. And if it's meant to come out in a negative way, or there's a negative connotation that needs to be added to that card, I clarify, and or there'll be a negative card before it or after it. You know? So I'm not into reversals. Every now and then Spirit will say, leave that one upside down, and they mean something very clearly. And I tried it for a little while, but it just does not resonate with me. I prefer to read my cards upright with a straight out energy. I think I've touched on almost everything that I can possibly touch on. We talked about oracle cards. That's the other thing. Certain decks will come with extra cards. That like for instance, we have the Modern Witches Tarot, which I love. It has um, ten of Swords cards. One is the Everything is Fine Ten of Swords, and one is the regular Ten of Swords. The Cosmic Tarot has the morning and the night card, which are beautiful cards. Cyril Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams has the oh, what are they called? I forget what they're called, but they're it's like the heart. There's a home card. What are they called? It's one extra card for every house. It's one extra Pentacles card, an extra. I forget what they're called. Yeah, there's four of them. Tarot's Apprentice. There's one extra Earth card. There's a Pentacles card, Wands, Swords, and Cups. There's one extra, and I forget exactly what they're called. But he's got extra cards in that deck as well. And there's also that Tree of Life card that comes with it. So other cards, like I said, I was saying, and I was going to show you those. I have two decks that are the Zanoni Tarot, which is just the 22 major arcana. And then this deck is useless. You really got to know your meanings, because it's the Lisa Frank cards, and that's just major arcana, and they're cute. And y'all know Lisa Frank, the cutesy cards, and they're just cute, and that's just it. Period. I want to get the full deck, and then I will start to use it eventually, because I think it's just cute like that. But those are two major arcana decks that I have. There are decks that have sexual magic cards and sexual cards. I have those, the Kama Sutra and the deck of sexual magic. Like I said, there are decks that label their cards differently. Like the Good Tarot, there's basically no inherently negative card in the deck. They're all worded. The Devil card is temptation. You know what I'm saying? The Death card is transformation. They spin it in a very, very positive outlook. Like I said, you have different oracle cards that are used for different things. I mean, there's just so much in the world of tarot that you can do. And I absolutely love what I do. And I thank y'all for making it possible for us to do, for Tarot's Apprentice and I, and all the other readers that we have out there, to do House of Lenormand, Jen Lynn, for all of us in the Cool Kids Club, to do what we do for y'all. And we love it. If you're into politics and current events, check out Tarot's Apprentice. He is very astute and overly smart, which is why he can't find a person. Too damn smart to find a partner in life. You got to dumb down and date somebody stupid, Tarot's Apprentice. We're going to be lonely. We just going to be lonely out here in these streets. I'm considering a class. I'm considering doing a class. I am. If I do, it will be, I won't do it live. I'll have to do it pre-recorded, and then you would pay for the link, which is probably how I should have done this. That would have been cool. But I wanted the input, and I wanted to, so does anybody have any questions? Or do any of my beautiful Soul Tribe people that read with me and for me have any comments? Yes, the Aries. You haven't checked out Tarot's Apprentice? They're the shit over there, Aries. Go check them out. Go check them out. Boy, they gave Don. You missed most of the Donald Trump satire. That was awesome. They gave Trump hell over there. I love it. Charles Apprentice said, "Do the class." Ah, okay. More snacks for you. Ah, right. Because I'm gonna be wanting to share my snacks. I'll be like, get over there with your. Me and my ex had a good rapport with that. We went to the store and it was you get your shit and I get my shit. Don't touch my shit. I'm not asking you for your shit. Okay? He would cross the line sometimes. I'd be like, did you eat my shit? Like, yeah, I was. I'm getting your shit. Stay out of my shit. Give me my snacks. Give me my snacks. All right, Tarot's Apprentice said, do the class. Okay. I'll do the class because then I can break it down and then I can do it in pieces because, like, I rushed through, this was shit. Charles Apprentice, I started about 8:20, 8:15. So this took a minute. I went through, I don't know if you've been here for the whole thing, Charles Apprentice. I went through the history of tarot. I went through the minor arcana, the aces, the queens, the pages, knights, queens, and kings. The major arcana, I did that. So this was a long one, but it is informative. I'm going to, of course, the cosmic chats stay up. So anybody who is interested in, and I want to do, if I do the class, I will do one on card combinations because there are so many. I've even seen or been reading something and been like, oh, that coupled with that means that. Like two cards together mean this. I was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Like when I was reading just now in the Easy Tarot book, it said the Ace of Wands coupled with the High Priestess card, was it the Empress card, pretty much always means somebody's pregnant. And I've never thought of it that way. So card combinations is something I'd like to touch on. See, and Tarot's Apprentice at the beginning, that's what I suggested. I was like, anybody who's starting to read, go with the Gilded Tarot. And this book which is what I read from as I read through the meanings of some of the cards. And I said to get a normal Rider-Waite deck. Everybody should have a Rider-Waite as a guide to start with. So those are the two decks I recommend, once again, for those of you who missed that or didn't catch it at the beginning, or you can always go back to the beginning, which I hope you do if you missed any of it. Those I recommend starting with that because it's an awesome. The book, this is the best, but this is really a good book. And like I said, the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti and the Easy Tarot Guidebook that goes along with it is by Josephine Ellershaw. And then and beautiful pictures and depictions of these cards. And then, of course, just because it is the standard to have the Rider-Waite deck to associate the cards with. Every reader should have one or two good Rider-Waite decks on hand. Then once you get good at knowing your meanings of your cards, you can branch off into like the Lisa Frank pretty cutesy deck where the cards basically mean nothing because they're just cute as hell. But you know your meanings of your cards. And then other decks, they're more serious and they do have different meanings and they change according to the meaning and the depiction and the illustration of each card. Tarot is a wonderful thing. I love it. I absolutely love what I do, what we do. And there are readers up here for everybody. And like I said, just look out for those readers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Or just up here to make a quick buck, because those are your sunshine and rainbows readers. And yes, Aries. That's the Aries. I call us the cool kids club. Jan Lynn Tarot, the House of Lenormand, Tarot's Apprentice. This the clique, honey. This the clique. And yes, they do. I collab with Tarot's Apprentice once my internet does not support the collaboration system and programming well. I've been on my daughter about getting better internet here, so I'm gonna be up her ass about that soon. So Tarot's Apprentice, maybe we can collab again once I get that. I found there's a company that's supposed to have a better high-speed internet. She's got a shitty company, But this company will, you know how they'll buy out your contract and start a new one. So I'm trying to get her to get on that. So I'll probably try to handle that with her next week, and get up to speed because my upload speed sucks, which is why I don't do a lot of pre-recordeds anymore. Then it's just boring. I like the engagement and the interaction of doing lives. I just prefer it to uploading and pre-recording. Uh-oh, what came to pass, Tarot's Apprentice? Uh-oh. You gotta let me know what I hit on the head. Um, but I think we've covered everything. It's 11:30. I guess I'll do questions for a little while. Right. Yeah, it takes, I'd rather go live. It takes forever to upload. Ah, I told you. Y'all be attracting cray crays of Tarot's Apprentice. I remember the one you acted, I remember you asking about that and me be like, yeah, she gonna show her whole ass. I remember that. I remember. Um, all right, y'all. I think we've covered. I think we've covered. I had said what the next topic was going to, did I talk about? Um, I gotta find them. First of all, I don't know where I put, in the process of moving, I don't know where I put my other healing crystals. But I'm going to, in the next chat, the next cosmic chat, we're going to talk about um herbs, and I guess we'll do herbs and crystals. We'll do healing things. We'll do healing. We'll do herbs and we'll do crystals, and I'll try not to give away any of my recipes. But that's what we'll do. We'll do like healing, herbs, crystals, homeopathic remedies, and we'll touch a little bit. I might not even. I'm not big on. I don't know a lot about it. I know I have an uncle that actually got acupuncture for his dog, y'all. I ain't lying. He had a cocker spaniel that got sick and lost the use of his hindquarters, and he was sending the damn dog to acupuncture. He got that paper like that. I ain't got time. I did, Aries. I touched on soulmates. I did talk about twin flames because I did one on soulmates. I did. I sure did. Yep. I did. I have to go back and see how in depth I went about that in on that, but I'm pretty sure I did. I did. Yeah, I just scroll back and check my cosmic chats. I need to group all of my cosmic chats onto a playlist. Lord. Well, Aries, check into, I'm gonna log off and I'm gonna log back in and do questions. So check into, so the next cosmic chat is gonna be about healing crystals. This is rose quartz. And um and this is damn it, obsidian. So we're gonna talk about healing crystals, amethyst, and healing herbs and things of that nature for the next cosmic chat. So that's going to require some research for me so I can get all my notes in order. That's about it. I love y'all, and I'm going to do questions for a little while. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Twin flames. Yeah, you was in your feelings for a little while. I stay in my feelings about mine. You know my situation. That damn fool there. Non-committal ass damn twin flame. Sex is good though. All right. All right, I'm gonna log off, run to the potty, and then I'm gonna come back and do some questions. If y'all want to log off and log back in, we can continue this conversation if you want to. I'll be on for a while, I suppose. Okay, I love y'all. Thank you, everybody. The engagement and the response and the question. Thank you. I had to mute somebody, but y'all are what's up. All right, love y'all.